That Vegas will get stopped by the Waterway Shop. It's on the same concourse right behind home plate. They're just in today, as a matter of fact. The Liberty Division Champion t-shirts are now on sale at the Waterway Shop. And also, we have a clearance sale going on as well. All out your 2013 Long Island Souvenirs merchandise. Remember, those Liberty Division Champion t-shirts are on sale right now at the Waterway Shop on the main concourse right behind home plate.
This is Long Island Ducks baseball.
Swung on and ripped down the right field line. This one is deep. It is gone from CI to see you later.
2-0 here is well hit to right field. Drew Macias going back. Forget it, it's gone! A grand slam home run for Brian Nelson.
Justin Davies at the plate. The winning run at third. Crowd going nuts. Swung on. Bouncing ball left side. Off the mitt. Up third baseman Brad Strauss. Here comes Willie Rodriguez. Justin Davies has done it again. Jason Johnson makes the catch. He makes the catch. And the Long Island Ducks have swept the Camden River Sharks. They are the 2004 Atlantic League champions.
Swing and miss for strike three. This ball game is over. The Long Island Ducks win it 5-4, and they are the champions of the Liberty Division. Lions punt up the third baseline. Esquivel charging in. They're not going to have a play, and the Ducks are the champions of the Atlantic League here in 2012. And there is a mob scene of Long Island Ducks in right center field. They are the Atlantic League champions.
And now it's time for the Long Island Ducks North Shore LIJ Southside Hospital pregame show.
Well, they are hoping for a same ending to this year as it was last year, as the Long Island Ducks, the defending Atlantic League champions, are once again back in the Atlantic League Championship Series for a third consecutive year. And tonight, they begin their quest for Atlantic League Championship number 3 as they take on the Somerset Patriots in Game 1 of the Atlantic League Championship Series from Bethpage Ballpark here in Central Islip, New York. Well, good evening, everybody. My name is Michael Pollack. I'm joined here in the broadcast booth by David Weiss as we bring you all the action from Game 1 of the Atlantic League Championship Series. The Ducks and the Patriots, two of the winningest franchises in Atlantic League history, and for the first time ever here in 2013, they will meet in the postseason, and they will play each other in this best-of-5 championship series. The Patriots going for their league record 6th Atlantic League title. The Ducks looking to move into sole possession of second most titles in Atlantic League history if they can win their third. And David, trying to repeat history. The Patriots won it back-to-back years in 08 and 09. The York Revolution won it back-to-back years in 2010 and 2011. And, of course, the Ducks won it last year in 2012. And we'll see if they can make it 2 straight here in 2013.
Michael, first of all, absolute pleasure and honor to be in the broadcast booth with you and with the Long Island Ducks. Been here since the beginning, actually before the beginning, as the Ducks were hatched and then came alive in April of the year 2000, and it's been one of the greatest pleasures of my life to be here, and now we've got the championship series all over again. I guess the key question is this: as the Ducks try to go for their second consecutive title and third overall, would it be back-to-back, quack-to-quack, or beak-to-beak? Beak-to-beak is what I coined as we had our championship celebration last year at the Bolton Center in Bayshore. But a lot of people want to see quack-to-quack. What do you prefer?
I think the quack-to-quack works because it almost sounds like back-to-back, but you change it to the quack-to-quack, which is Ducks-related. So I think a lot of people are going with the quack-to-quack. Of course, the Ducks, with a 3-game sweep of the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs in the Liberty Division Championship Series, made it quack-to-quack-to-quack Liberty Division Championships. And I think the biggest thing when we look at the first series was the tremendous surprise of the Ducks with a 3-game sweep over Southern Maryland. Many people didn't see that happening, but the Ducks really handled business against Southern Maryland.
They really did, and setting the tone in that Southern Maryland series, no doubt about it, John Brownell with the complete game victory in game number 1 week ago tonight. He did more than just pitch the Ducks to victory. He also set the tone. He showed Southern Maryland this is a team to be reckoned with. Yes, you may have had a better record for the first half title, and we finished below 500 for the second half, but the odometer is 0. This is a new season, and Brownell really led the Ducks to victory, not only in Game 1, but I think for the entire series. John Brownell has a chance to do that against the powerful Somerset Patriots tonight.
Should be a good pitching matchup tonight between John Brownell and Josh Lowy. Player introductions have started here at Bethpage Ballpark, so we're going to turn it over to public address announcer Bob Otone, who is currently introducing the Somerset Patriots along the third base line.
Director of Player Personnel, John Hutton. Number 4, Jason Lowy. Number 33, Darryl McCall. Number 24, Roy Merritt. Number 18, Paul Phillips. Number 25, make that number 26, Carlton Smith. Number 40, Graham Taylor. And number 36, Joe Torres. The non-starting catchers for the Somerset Patriots tonight, number 25, Brian Peterson. And number 12, James Skelton. Infielders who are non-starters this evening, number 1, Dan Hennigan. Number 7, Eddie Martinez Esteban. And number 10, Bobby Stevens. Outfielder number 3, Joe Holden, number 3. And now here's the starting lineup tonight for the Somerset Patriots, brought to you by the National Grid. Leading off for the Somerset Patriots, the center fielder, number 6, Johnny Tucker, number 6. Batting second in left field, number 91, Aaron Eggleston, number 91. Hitting in the third position at second base, number 22, Yudneski Sanchez, number 22. Batting in the fourth position, designated hitter, number 13, Corey Aldridge, number 13. Hitting in the fifth position at third base, number 15, Corey Smith, number 15. Batting in the sixth position at first base, number 14, Jeff Baisley, number 14. Hitting seventh for the Somerset Patriots and playing right field, number 17, Jorge Cortez, number 17. Batting in the eighth position, the shortstop, number 16, Angel Sanchez, number 16. Hitting in the ninth position for the Somerset Patriots, and empty visitors bullpen at the end of the left field line is catcher number 21, Adam Donahue, number 21. And pitching tonight for the Somerset Patriots and warming up in the visitors bullpen at the end of the left field line is right-hander number 8, Josh Lowy, number 8. The starting lineup tonight for the visiting Somerset Patriots. And now, baseball fans, it's time to meet your 2013 Liberty Division champion and defending Atlantic League champion, Long Island Ducks. For the Long Island Ducks, speed and conditioning coach, Frank DeMursa. The manager of the Long Island Ducks, number 10, Kevin Baez. Long Island Ducks pitching coach in the Ducks bullpen at the end of the right field line, number 31, Steve Buchholz, number 31. Long Island Ducks bullpen catcher, number 19, Greg DePalma, number 19. And Long Island Ducks bench coach, number 3, Bud Harrelson, number 3. And now, baseball fans, here are tonight's non-starters for the Long Island Ducks. First, the pitchers, number 17, Derek Blackshirt, number 17. Number 18, Bobby Blevins, number 18. Number 41, Pete Butkovich, number 41. Number 23, Nick DeBar, number 23. Number 11, Sean Garceau, number 11. Long Island Ducks pitcher number 2, Daniel Herrera, number 2. Number 20, Jared Lansford, number 20. Number 34, Josh Lansford, number 34. Long Island Ducks pitcher number 47, Leo Rosales, number 47. Number 25, Josh Strawn, number 25. Number 48, Eric Greets, number 48. And Long Island Ducks pitcher number 43, Bob Zimmerman, number 43. Long Island Ducks catcher number 30, Ralph Enriquez, number 30. Long Island Ducks infielder number 16, Ray Everett, number 16. And Long Island Ducks outfielder number 9, P.J. Phillips, number 9. And now here is tonight's Long Island Ducks starting lineup, brought to you by the National Grid. Leading off for your Long Island Ducks and playing center field, number 22, Lou Ford, number 22. Batting second, at second base, number 28, Josh Butterfield, number 28. Hitting third for Long Island at third base, number 21, Ryan Nelson, number 21. Batting in the fourth position, designated hitter, number 6, Phil Hall, number 6. Hitting fifth, right fielder, number 13, Adam Bailey, number 13. Batting in the sixth position, behind the plate, catcher, number 37, Ramon Castro, number 37. Hitting in the seventh position and playing first base, number 33, Ryan Streeby, number 33. Batting eighth for Long Island in left field, number 24, Craig Bennett, number 24. And hitting the ninth position for Long Island Ducks, left shortstop, number 12, Dan Lyons, number 12. Pitching tonight for your Long Island Ducks and warming up in the Ducks bullpen at the end of the right field line, the right-hander number 7, John Brownell, number 7. The starting lineup tonight for your Long Island Ducks. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, at this time we ask that you please rise and remove your hats and caps. And veterans, we invite you to salute. Tonight we are led in the singing of our national anthem by Maurice Matavan.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so bravely we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes in bright stars through the perilous in the home of love.
That is a championship rendition of the national anthem, to be sure. Maurice Montalban with our Star-Spangled Banner as we're just about ready for Game 1 of the Atlantic League Championship Series for 2013. The Long Island Ducks and the Somerset Patriots. A look at tonight's starting lineups. Here's my partner, Michael Pollack.
Well, thank you very much, David Weiss. You can sense it. Playoff atmosphere is in the air once again here at Bethpage Ballpark, but this time, unlike last series, it means a little bit more. It's now the Atlantic League Championship Series. The first team to win 3 games will be crowned the Atlantic League champions for 2013. The Ducks looking for their second straight title and third overall. They also won it in 2004 and 2012. As for the Patriots, they are looking for Atlantic League title number 6, the most in Atlantic League history. They have won it in 2001, 2003, 2005, 2008, and 2009. So the starting lineups for Game 1 of the Atlantic League Championship Series, they look like this. Johnny Tucker will lead off. He is in center field for the Patriots, who are managed by Brett Jody, his first year as manager. And in fact, David, this is the first meeting here of 2 managers who have made it to the Atlantic League Championship Series in their first year as manager. Of course, Brett Jody in his first year at the helm for the Patriots, he has made it to the Atlantic League Championship Series. Kevin Baez 2 years ago in his first year as Ducks manager also made it to the Championship Series when the Ducks faced the York Revolution. So Johnny Tucker leads off in center field. Aaron Eggleston, the left fielder, bats second. Yuneski Sanchez is at second base. He will hit third. The cleanup hitter is Corey Aldridge. He is the designated hitter. Corey Smith is at third base. He will bat fifth. Jeff Baisley at first base hits sixth. Jorge Cortez is the 7th hitter. He plays right field. Angel Sanchez will play short. He is batting 8th. And rounding out the order is the catcher, Adam Donaghy. And they will all face Ducks right-hander John Brownell, who earned the victory for Long Island in Game 1 of the Liberty Division Championship Series against the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. On the other side for Kevin Baez's Long Island Ducks, 3rd consecutive season that they are in the Atlantic League Championship Series. And they will have Lou Ford leading off in center field. Josh Barfield, the second baseman, will bat second. And hitting third is the third baseman, Bryant Nelson. This is Bryant Nelson's 3rd straight trip as well to the Atlantic League Championship Series. Of course, 2011 with York, 2012 and 2013 with Long Island. Bill Hall, the designated hitter, he is in the cleanup spot. Adam Bailey is in right field. He bats 5th. Ramon Castro will do the catching. He hits 6th. Hitting 7th, the hottest hitter from the first round of the playoffs, Ryan Strebe. He is at first base batting 7th. Hitting 8th, another hot hitter from the first round is the left fielder, Craig Binnick. And rounding out the order is the Ducks shortstop, Dan Lyons. So you've got Dan Lyons, who has been to the Championship Series all 3 years he has been with the Ducks. Craig Binnick, same exact thing. Brian Nelson has been to the Championship Series 3 years in a row, as we mentioned. Ray Navarrete, who is also on the Ducks, has been to the Championship Series now 3 straight years. And Lou Ford, who leads off for the Ducks, has been a part of all 3 Ducks teams that have now made it to the Atlantic League Championship Series over the last 3 years.
So 3 consecutive championship series for the Long Island Ducks. Some might argue that it's already a Duck dynasty. The only thing missing, beards. I think Kevin Baez, as Duck commander, would have to start the first beard to make everybody happy, happy, happy. That's pretty good for somebody who's never seen an episode of Duck Dynasty. So it's the Ducks and the Somerset Patriots at Bethpage Ballpark. Right now, if you're anywhere in the vicinity of the ballpark, there's still room for you. Come on by, enjoy some championship baseball. We've got an absolutely beautiful night. Boy, the weather. Talk about cooperative for the Liberty Division Championship Series last week, and for what we're about to experience here, it could not be better.
No, it is terrific weather again here tonight, David. Clear skies overhead, comfortable temperatures, a little bit cool, but not too cold where it feels like you're freezing outside. And, of course, the biggest thing, no form of precipitation coming down right now. Ducks and Patriots should have good weather this entire series, as was the case for the 3-game sweep for Long Island in the Liberty Division Championship Series. The Patriots, too, also were able to sweep their division championship series. Surprisingly, they defeat the Sugar Land Skeeters 3-0, winning the first 2 on the road at Constellation Field, a place where the Skeeters were dominant all year long. In fact, Sugar Land went 10-0 against the Ducks at Constellation Field this past season, but Sugar Land drops the first 2 games at home, takes the flight to Somerset, drops Game 3, and after a league record 95-win regular season, the Skeeters are done. And for the 4th straight year here in the Atlantic League, the team with the best record throughout the entire season does not win the Atlantic League Championship.
As for the Ducks starter, John Brownell, we told you about John's incredible performance 1 week ago tonight against the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs in game number 1 of the Best of 5 Liberty Division Championship Series. Brownell against the Blue Crabs. Here's that incredible line. 9 innings pitched, 7 hits, 2 earned runs, struck out a dozen, walked 1. He did give up 2 solo home runs, the only blemishes against Brownell 1 week ago tonight right here at Bethpage Ballpark. 136 pitches, 89 strikes. That was an effort, Michael.
Yeah, and that's something that John Brownell has done all year long, is give tremendous effort. He is willing to go on the mound and throw 9 innings every time he takes the ball, whether or not he's got the stuff like he had in game 1 or whether or not he is struggling. He does whatever Kevin Baez asks him to do, and Baez asked him to go back out there with a high pitch count in the 9th inning. He got the job done, and a 6-2 Ducks win in Game 1 got the momentum in their favor. Game 2 wasn't looking good for the Ducks. They were down 5-2 late in Game 2 and couldn't seem to get much going. They had their starter Sean Garceau on the mound, who was great 3 times in the regular season but was struggling in Game 2. Yet the offense rallied. They were helped out by 4 Blue Crabs errors, and because of that, the Ducks were able to find a way to win Game 2 in 10 innings on the walk-off wild pitch by Nick Serenities. They took it down to Southern Maryland, and in a dominant performance by Bob Zimmerman, 3 terrific scoreless innings from the bullpen. Everybody seemed to be getting out of jams when they were needed to, and some big hits. The Ryan Strebe 2-out, 2-run single in the first inning of Game 3, the Josh Barfield solo homer in the 7th inning, all led up to a Ducks 4-1 win and a quick 3-game sweep of the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. It's now 3 straight years in which the Ducks have disposed of Southern Maryland in the first round of the playoffs.
So as we look at Ducks versus Patriots, Somerset won the season series 12 games to 8, but we do expect a very competitive championship series, and I think it would be an absolute shocker if one team or the other accomplishes what they did in the first round, and that would be a sweep. We expect a long series, and we expect this thing very possibly to go the distance. Of course, games 3, 4, and 5, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, would be in Bridgewater, New Jersey, in Somerset. So John Brownell stepping to the mound. It's Game 1 Atlantic League Championship Series here on the 25th of September, 2013. It's about 20 minutes before 7, and we're underway as the first pitch to Johnny Tucker is just off the plate, ball 1.
Tonight's official time of ice of Long Island MacArthur Airport. Start time of the game, 6:39.
6:39, the official start time of the game, according to Bob Baton. We'll get the temperature in just a moment. Feels like about 66. Second pitch is hit in the air. Right field. Adam Bailey has it lined up, drifts under it to his right, makes the catch, 1 down.
The official time of ice of Long Island MacArthur Airport. Temperature of the ball game is 68 degrees.
Well, I guess
Close.
66, close, but 68, very nice. Temperature will dip from here. It'll be windbreaker weather, but nothing too chilly whatsoever. Not much of a breeze anyway. You take a look at all the flags, Michael. I mean, on top of the scoreboard, left field, right field, the American flag, nothing.
No, it's a quiet wind night. It is a good night, though, for baseball. 68 degrees, perfect temperature for Game 1.
Aaron Eggleston takes a strike inside corner from Brownell, 0-1. Regular season, Eggleston, 294, 8 homers, 56 RBIs, played in 120 regular season games. 0-1 pitch on the way, big overhead, breaking ball for a strike, lands beautifully right in the middle of the strike zone. No balls, 2 strikes to Eggleston. Yuneski Sanchez waiting on deck, just underway, Bethpage Ballpark, top of inning number 1, Game 1. 0-2 pitch on the way, waist pitch, fastball up high. Eggleston wasn't biting. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Crowd still filing in. And as Michael Pollock said, there's championship fever around the ballpark. And there's a big hopper to the right side. Going to be a tough play from Josh Barfield. Bare hands and makes the play. Eggleston, who runs well, and Barfield knew that. Bare-handing it, flipping it to Ryan Strebe at first. 2 up, 2 down.
That's a great play there by Josh Barfield. It was chopped too far past Brownell for him to make the play, and Barfield knew his only chance was going to be to come in barehanded and make the throw to first, but he barehanded it nicely, didn't yank the throw, just kind of softly tossed it over to Ryan Strebe at first, and 2 quick outs for Brownell, who in his first outing had 2 pitches that were really dominating. His fastball was extremely strong all throughout the game, and his curveball was devastating. He had terrific movement on that 12-6 curveball. If he can get his fastball over for strikes early, he can use that curveball to his advantage. And if he has both pitches working, it's going to be very tough for the Patriots here tonight.
29-year-old second baseman for the Patriots, Yuneski Sanchez at the plate. Calls time. 2 up and 2 down, nobody on. here in the top of the first. Ducks and Somerset, Game 1, Atlantic League Championship Series. Brownell kicks and deals, and it's a fastball just wide of the plate and low. 1 ball and no strikes to Sanchez, 3-12 in 35 games with the Patriots, 8 homers, 34 RBIs. Stands deep in the box from the right side. It's a righty-righty matchup. Brownell delivers the 1-0, and this one's hit in the air to the right side. Will it be playable? First baseman Ryan Strebe up near the dugout, but it's just out of his reach, about 2 rows behind the Ducks dugout. So the count now even at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Of course, you got a lot of Atlantic League officials coming out for the championship series. The director of the Atlantic League, Joe Klein, of course, in attendance here. And this is, again, the 3rd straight year that the Ducks have made it. Only one other team in league history has made it 3 straight years to the championship series. That's the team the Ducks are playing. The Somerset Patriots did it from 99 to 2001 and 2007 to 2009. So the Ducks, in rare air here, making it 3 straight trips to the league finals.
1-1 pitch on the way to Sanchez is low and outside. 2 balls and 1 strike for a while there. From the 90s into the 2000s, seems like Somerset just could not be beat. You looked up and Sparky Lyle was there. The mustache, the stories about his great days in the Yankees, and he led Somerset back to the championship series. For a while, it was just every odd year they would win. 2-1 pitch is outside. Like a hard slider from Brownell, and it's 3 balls and 1 strike to Yuniesky Sanchez.
It was very odd considering Brett Jody now the manager, so you don't even see Sparky Lyle at the helm anymore for the Patriots as their manager. But of course, it was 3 straight years from 2010 to 2012 that the Patriots did not make the championship series. The last 2, they hadn't even made the playoffs.
3-1 pitch on the way is hit well. Left field, Craig Binnick is back. Short of the warning track, though. Ball not carrying, and Yuniesky Sanchez flies out to Binnick in left. 3 up and 3 down. A fine start for John Brownell and the Long Island Ducks. We have played a half inning here. Game 1 Atlantic League Championship Series, and the score, Somerset nothing. The Ducks coming up.
Hi, this is Ray Navarrete, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Northeast Facility Supplies is the official janitorial supplier of the Long Island Ducks, serving all of Long Island, both North and South Fork locations to better serve you. We're located in Ronkonkoma and have a complete range of janitorial supplies for all your facilities' needs. Whether it's paper, plastics, chemicals, machinery, or equipment, no business is ever too big or too small for us. Don't forget to ask about our price match guarantee. Visit us on the web at www.nefaci.com or give us a call at 631-563-8119.
Few places on earth offer the charm and excitement of Fire Island. At Fire Island Ferries, located conveniently at 99 Maple Avenue in Bay Shore, they offer convenient travel to Fire Island 7 days a week. Fire Island is quickly becoming a top destination for families of all ages. Experience the informal, carefree communities, the dazzling night scene, enjoy fine dining, or climb to the top of one of the tallest lighthouses in the United States. But there's only one way to get there, by calling Fire Island Ferries at 631-665-3600 today. For fare and scheduling information, please visit fireislandferries.com.
Back at Bethpage Ballpark, Game 1 of the Atlantic League Championship Series. No score between the Ducks and the Patriots. The Ducks and Municipal Credit Union teaming up again this season to present the Walk with a Purpose promotion. Every time a Long Island Ducks player walks, Municipal Credit Union making a donation to the Quacker Jack Foundation. Municipal Credit Union serving members since 1916.
Bethpage Ballpark, the place. David Weiss, Michael Pollock, Atlantic League Championship Series, game number 1, best of 5. Game 2 tomorrow night, 3 Friday night. Bridgewater, New Jersey against the Somerset Patriots on the road. And games 4 and 5 this weekend, if necessary. Most of us would put our money on if necessary, because this just seemed like an evenly matched series, up and down. Lou Ford, center fielder for the Long Island Ducks, to face Josh Lowy, one of the leading pitchers in the Atlantic League this season, who gets his first pitch over for a strike, 0-1. Lowy with a record of 14 up and 8 down, ERA of 2.89. We'll give more of the numbers on Lowy in a moment. The right-hander kicks and deals the 0-1 to Lou Ford. Bounding ball hit hard, but wide at first base down the right field line. Quickly 0-2 to Lou Ford. Lowy, 26 games pitched regular season, 25 starts, 155 and 2/3 innings pitched, 125 hits, 50 earned runs, struck out 124, walked 48. And again, the ERA under 3. What a season.
Yeah, he had a very good year, was pretty strong for Somerset all year long, and despite the fact that Arneson started game 1 in the first round, Lowy gets the start here in game 1 of the championship series.
And you talk about an impact, Lou Ford playing just 17 regular season games, rejoining the Ducks toward the tail end. 377, did not hit a home run, but drove in 7, scored 11, and played a dynamite center field as always. 1-2 pitch, hits it in the air, right field, Jorge Cortez moving over and makes the catch. The right fielder retiring Lou Ford, 1 down.
That's something we saw a lot from Lou Ford, was his ability to drive it to right center field. He was able to dunk a lot of hits over second base. And Ford, will see how he reacts. The first 2 games he played well in the first round. He was 4 of 10, but in the second game, fouled the ball off his foot, had to miss game 3 with soreness in that foot. X-rays were negative though, but back here he had game 3 off. Unfortunately, was able to rest it for those few days since the Ducks had 4 days off between last Friday and tonight. So hopefully that foot is back close to 100% and he can continue to make an impact in the championship series.
Yeah, no doubt the Ducks need Lou Ford at the top of the order and in center. Josh Barfield, first pitch swinging, and hits a bounding ball to the right side of Yuneski Sanchez, second baseman. Throwing to Jeff Baisley at first, retiring Barfield on 1 pitch, 2 down.
Lowy's last time facing the Ducks was in relief on September 13th. 4 shutout innings, gave up just 2 hits and struck out 6. He was dominant in a 9-5 Patriot win as he was relieving David Harden in that game. But the last time he had faced the Ducks before that, way back on July 2nd here, took the loss, had a decent start, just 3 runs in 6 innings, and he struck out 7, did not walk a batter, and took a no decision in a 4-3 Ducks win. So he has had some good numbers against Long Island, and that might be a reason as to why he was chosen in game 1 of the championship series.
And here's Brian Nelson, the switch hitter, batting from the left side against the righty Lowy, and Lowy misses outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Nelson with a terrific season, very solid, 298, 10th in hitting in the Atlantic League, 11 homers, knocked in 71, and playing 124 games during the regular season for the Ducks. 1-0 pitch on the way, inside corner for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Home plate umpire tonight is Marty Bauer. Chase Edmondson is at first. Matt Hensel at second. Matt Beaver is at third. 4 umpires working the playoffs in the Atlantic League. Next pitch to Nelson. Just missing outside. 2 balls and a strike to Nelly.
And Nelson had a good first round for the Ducks, 5 of 13. He had a home run here in game 1, and his 3rd playoff home run as a Long Island Duck. He has always been a clutch hitter in the postseason no matter where he has played.
And at age 39 can still run. 11 for 11 in stolen bases in the regular season as he fouls one back just to our left. Fouled it hard. Ricochets off the facade and ends up in the stands below us. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 down. Bottom of the first inning, no score yet. Ducks and Somerset, game 1, best of 5 championship series. Nice crowd on hand, and everyone can feel the pressure from the get-go. Next pitch, and Nelson again. Good swing, but fouls it again upstairs to our left. Count remains 2-2.
Another big thing for Nelson, looking for his 3rd straight championship ring. 2011 was a member of the York Revolution. Last year was a member of the Ducks. He now has 7 championship rings in his professional career, and he's just a guy who is on teams that know how to win. And again, he has helped lead the Ducks back to the championship series, looking to make it 8 championship rings in his career.
2-2 pitch on the way, and Nelson fouls it right side this time. I don't think it's any coincidence that he has so many championship rings. Nelson really is a winner, a gamer. I mean, whatever injuries, never complains, wants to get in there, and as a switch hitter with speed, even at age 39. I mean, you want to keep him off the base path. He always seems to be offensively and defensively right in the middle of the action.
Yeah, he can make things happen, no question.
Standing with a bat on his left shoulder. Now he lifts it up a bit. Lowy's pitch, and there's another ground ball, spoiling another off-speed pitch from Lowy. So Nelson is proving to be something of a mosquito here, really bothering Lowy, working up the pitch count early, and the count remains 2-2 with 2 down, nobody on, bottom of the first, Ducks and Somerset. Bill Hall, the DH, is waiting on deck. Taking a look in is Lowey to Adam Donahue, the catcher. And the pitch is fouled again to the left side as this at-bat keeps going, and going.
Yeah, this is what Brian Nelson does. Lowey is a guy who threw a couple nice curveballs on the previous couple pitches that Nelson got a piece of and fouled them off. They were a little bit of a harder pitch coming inside, and Nelson again being very defensive at the plate, but he's fighting off some tough pitches and waiting for Lowey to make a mistake and for him to put a good swing on it.
Lowey looks in, now kicks and deals the 2-2 to Nelson. It's fouled again to the left side, this time over the roof and over everything. So we'll do it all over again. 2 balls, 2 strikes. What time is it? How long have we been here? This at-bat keeps on going.
Well, it's a big key. The next pitch will be the 10th pitch of the at-bat, and again, you're getting Lowey's pitch count up. Now, Somerset does have a very good bullpen. It's been one of their strengths all year. But the more you can make a starter work, the more likely he is to fatigue earlier, start to make some mistakes, and that's what you like to see from your offense early in a game.
Helps Bill Hall on deck, too. He gets to see all these pitches being thrown to Nelson as he's sizing them up from the on-deck circle. And the pitch is down low. How about that? Nelson works the count full at 3-2.
Now, one of the underrated players of the first round was Craig Binnick. Of course, Ryan Strebe, who had the highest average, stealing the show, but Binnick worked a couple of very big at-bats in that first round. And because he's able to work so many tough at-bats, fight off some tough pitches, and draw walks, it helped lead to runs being scored. And that's what you like to see, especially from a guy like Nelson here early on in the game.
3-2 pitch on the way to Bryant Nelson. Inside corner misses as Bryant Nelson works out a well-earned walk. That's a Municipal Credit Union walk with a purpose. Every time a Ducks batter walks, the Quackerjack Foundation wins. That bat went on so long, I think it should count as a couple of walks.
11 pitches in that at-bat, but that's exactly the kind of thing I'm talking about. It doesn't go down as an at-bat, but it's a terrific plate appearance there for Nelson. He fell behind, worked the count, and by doing so was able to draw that walk, and it extends the inning, gives Bill Hall, who has a chance to put it out at any moment, an opportunity to come to the plate, and that is definitely what you want to see here early on from the Ducks, being patient against Lowey, fighting off the tough pitches when he throws it over the plate, and trying to square up one if he gives it to you, but if not, taking that walk. There's nothing wrong with a walk.
Righty-righty matchup. All at the plate, takes a strike. It's a high strike called by home plate umpire Marty Bauer. 0-1 to Bill. It was more than just the average for Bill Hall this season, playing in 91 games for the Ducks. 239 was the average, but 16 homers. Leading the Ducks in that category, knocked in 63. It seemed most of his home runs came at big times. Wide open stance, facing the pitcher. And then he closes that stance as the pitch is delivered. The 0-1 way outside, off the mid of Adam Donahue, and dancing over to second base, easily on what will probably go as a wild pitch because that one was way outside. Bryant Nelson now in scoring position with 2 down.
Now, it looked like a fastball there that starting pitcher Josh Lowey hung on to a little bit too long, and because of that, kind of yanked it off to the right of catcher Adam Donahue. So now the Ducks get a runner in a scoring position, and now all you need from Hall is a base hit, and Nelson could potentially score the game's first run. And again, all because of him drawing that walk in that long at-bat against Lowey.
So Hall back in with the open stance. Lowey takes a look at Nelson at second base. And the 1-1 to Bill Hall's a big looping curveball. And Hall disappointed he didn't mash that one. That hung. And Bill just behind on it, fouled it off to the right side. It's 1-2. Adam Bailey waiting on deck. Bill Hall also scored 46 runs this season, as well as performing in the field and DHing in alternating fashion. Center fielder Johnny Tucker playing Hall to hit the other way, infield straightaway for Bill. Bryant Nelson with a healthy lead at second base. Lowey's 1-2 pitch just inside, and the count now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So even if the Ducks don't score here in the bottom of the first, they have seen plenty of pitches and made Josh Lowey work.
And he's already got 20 pitches here in the first inning, and Lowey has done a lot of close ones, but I like the patience of Nelson and Hall here early on. As you mentioned, even if you don't score, you're able to see some pitches, make him work a little bit extra, and that will definitely, or should hopefully, help the Ducks as the game goes on.
Yeah, could be a factor later on, no doubt. Nelson takes his lead, the 2-2 on the way to Bill Hall, and it's a broken bat, little looper, and it's caught! Sliding catch at shortstop by Angel Sanchez. And a nice catch as well. So a little looping line drive. Bill Hall didn't get much on it. He broke his bat on that fastball from Josh Lowey. So in the inning for the Long Island Ducks. Nothing across. There was a walk and a man left. We have finished 1 at Bethpage Ballpark. Game 1 Atlantic League Championship Series. We are scoreless. Somerset nothing. The Ducks nothing.
Hi, this is catcher Ralph Enriquez, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Now that Metrex is the official nutrition bar of the Long Island Ducks, they're fueling their powerful lineup with delicious high-quality protein to support lean muscle and strength. So that in 2013, the Long Island Ducks can have their best season ever. Uh-oh. Metrex, shaping every body.
Beautify your patio, walkway, driveway, or pool surround with Nicoloc paving stones and walls. Nicoloc's specially formulated paver shield offers extra surface wear protection and color enhancement throughout the thickness of the paver. Paver shield guarantees that your pavers will look great for years to come. Bring home the elegance with Nicoloc. Visit the Nicoloc Design Center, Sunrise Highway, Lindenhurst, or Nicoloc.com.
Let Nicoloc pavers pave your way.
Back here at Bethpage Ballpark, Game 1 of the Atlantic League Championship Series is scoreless after 1 inning of play, and it is time for the Ducks Injury Report, which is brought to you by Island Shore Physical Therapy, the official therapist of the Long Island Ducks. Well, we mentioned at the top of the broadcast Lou Ford, who is back in the lineup after missing Game 3 of the Liberty Division Championship Series. He had fouled the ball off of his foot in Game 2. I was feeling a little soreness. X-rays were negative, though, and was day-to-day, but he got 4 days of rest in between the first and second round of the postseason, so he is back in the lineup tonight, leading off and playing center field. He is good to go. And a couple of guys who not on the Championship Series roster as they are dealing with injuries. Matt Way, who is out with a forearm strain. Bill Murphy, who is dealing with an elbow injury. And Eddie Ramos, who has a shoulder injury. All 3 left off the Championship Series roster. Ducks going with the same 25 guys for the Championship Series as they did with the Liberty Division Championship Series.
Leading off for the Somerset Patriots, top of inning number 2 in a scoreless game thus far. Corey Oldrich, the cleanup man, the DH, batting from the left side against the righty John Brownell, who misses high and wide with a fastball. 1-0, Oldrich in 89 regular season games with the Pats, 284, 12 homers, knocked in 53. Brownell works quickly, kicks and deals. The 1-0 on the way. Big overhand breaking ball. Diving away from the swing of Oldrich. Swung right through it. 1-1.
Well, a quick look at the scouting report for Somerset will show you that the guy to stay away from and be very careful with is this man right here, Corey Aldrich. He was red hot in the first round. 5 of 11, 2 homers, 6 RBIs, and 4 runs scored.
Fastball up high. Now 2 balls and a strike. Aldrich has some speed, 5 steals and 5 attempts, but it's more about that power. And he hits it to the gaps as well. 2-1 the count. Pitch on the way. Good. Fastball with good pop, and Aldrich just could not help himself. I think he knew that thing was rising. Swung anyway. Missed it. 2-2.
He likes to get those fast. He's a good fastball hitter and likes the pitches up in the zone. And John Brownell challenging him here, knowing that he's going to chase those high fastballs and getting them high up enough and quick enough for him to swing through it.
Brownell's next pitch in on the hands, and Oldrich fouls it straight back. So count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Brownell in his second season with the Long Island Ducks and in the Atlantic League. He was acquired by the Ducks from the Grand Prairie Air Hogs. What a great nickname for a team in the American Association back in September of last year. 2-2 pitch on the way. Big overhand curveball hit in the air. Is it playable? Ramon Castro coming back to the netting and just runs out of room as it hits the netting on the field side. So Castro was back there in time, but just out of his reach. Count remains 2-2.
And John Brownell was a member of the Grand Prairie Air Hogs when they won the championship in the American Association in 2011. Last year came to the Ducks from Grand Prairie at the end of the season and helped the Ducks to an Atlantic League title. So he too looking to make it 3 straight championship rings.
The Air Hogs. I've never seen a hog fly. That's from a Disney movie. Have you ever seen a pig fly? I'm not sure which one that is. I think it's Dumbo. I'm not sure. You can look it up while we return to the action. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Big overhand curveball and a swing and a miss. First strikeout For John Brownell, Corey Aldrich is retired, one down. Brownell 1 week ago tonight in that complete game victory against the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs in Game 1 of the Liberty Championship Series. Struck out a dozen. That's his first one tonight.
And no chance for Aldrich there. Brownell was coming at him with a ton of fastballs, a couple cutters, and then he drops that 12-6 curveball, and you could tell Aldrich completely fooled on that pitch, and his only chance was to try and make contact, and he had no chance at that one from Brownell.
And here's the dangerous Corey Smith. Takes outside for a ball, 1-0. Smith played in 133 games this year. Was among the league leaders, 4th in games played. 1-0 pitch on the way, and he slams one deep left field. If it's fair, it's trouble, and that thing is a fair ball and a home run. It's gone. Corey Smith sending it just inside the foul pole, just over the 325 mark down the left field line. Corey Smith hits it out. Somerset on top, 1-0.
Well, Corey Smith was a thorn in the Ducks' side this year. He had a couple home runs during the regular season, 12 RBIs and 16 runs scored against Long Island. And surprising first round for Aldrich for Smith when he went just 0 for 12. With a couple runs scored, but he gets his first hit of the postseason, and it puts Somerset on top here in the second inning.
Corey Smith guessing fastball, got it inside portion of the plate, jumped on it. Jeff Baisley at the plate now, and he takes inside with a fastball. 1 ball and no strikes to Baisley, the first baseman. Regular season, 82 games played. Baisley 234, 10 homers and 51 RBIs. We mentioned Brownell in his complete game victory 1 week ago tonight against the Blue Crabs. Gave up 2 solo home runs. Has given up 1 here tonight. Ground ball to Dan Lyons at short. Throwing to Ryan Strebe easily. So 2 down here in the top of inning number 2.
Yeah, and that was one thing that was a tough thing for Brownell this year, was keeping the ball in the ballpark. 16 home runs allowed during the regular season, which was second most on the Ducks to the 19 that Nick DeBar allowed. And as you mentioned, the 2 home runs in the first round. But the big key was they were both solo home runs. And again, it's a solo homer by Corey Smith. One of the biggest keys for the Ducks in the first game of the first round was they were able to bounce back and pick up Brownell pretty much every time that Southern Maryland got runs on the scoreboard. That's something they're going to need to do again here tonight with Brownell giving up the game's first run. But it is something that Long Island has taken upon themselves to do so far throughout the postseason.
First pitch to Jorge Cortez. The right fielder is off the plate. 1 ball and no strikes. Cortez, 7th in the order. Played in 51 regular season games, 283, 4 homers, 25 RBIs. Next pitch skips away from catcher Ramon Castro. 2 balls and no strikes. The Ducks defensively, Ryan Strebe at first, Josh Barfield second baseman, Dan Lyons at short, Brian Nelson at the hot corner at third, Craig Bennick in left, Lou Ford in center, Adam Bailey around in right, Ramon Castro behind the plate. And John Brownell on the mound misses upstairs with a fastball and falls behind Jorge Cortez, 3 balls and no strikes.
And Cortez being very patient at the plate here against the Ducks right-hander.
Next pitch on the way is in there for a strike, inside part of the plate. And 3-1 to Cortez. Shortstop Angel Sanchez waiting on deck. 1-0, top of the second inning. Somerset breaking out on top. Solo homer, Corey Smith moments ago. And the next pitch is bloop, left field, but coming in on the low liner is Craig Bennick. And that retires the side. In the inning, 1 run, 1 hit, the homer from Corey Smith, nobody left. We have finished an inning and a half here at Bethpage Ballpark, and the score, Somerset 1, the Ducks 0.
Hi, this is shortstop Dan Lyons. You can follow me on Twitter at @TheDannyLyons, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Swung on a hit well in the air deep to left center field. Rice chasing back to the warning track at the wall. He looks up, and you can't forget it. Ryan Strebe with a game-tying 2-run home run, his second of the year and the 100th for Long Island on the season.
That's right, Duck fans. On August 21st in Camden, that Ryan Strebe home run put the Long Island Ducks over the top. Their 100th homer of the season, which meant that once again, the Ducks have met the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. Chappie's Funeral Homes donating $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. Thanks to Chappie's and the Long Island Ducks, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Homes, where caring for others is a family tradition.
This summer, LIPA can help you save big on a new central air conditioning system. With up to $1,000 in rebates and up to $500 in operating cost savings each year. And only a LIPA participating Cool Homes contractor can make sure you get all these savings, plus a quality installation for maximum comfort over the life of your system. Ready to save? We're ready to help. Visit lipower.org/coolhomes to make sure that your contractor is a LIPA Cool Homes contractor.
Back here for the bottom of the second inning in Game 1 of the Atlantic League Championship Series. Patriots have taken an early 1-0 lead. Want to thank everybody who is joining us here on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball, online as well at liducks.com. Thank you so much for spending your Wednesday evening with us around the Atlantic League. Sure, we have folks joining in from everywhere across all 8 Atlantic League cities as the final 2 teams playing here in the Atlantic League season. It's the Ducks and the Patriots for the 2013 Atlantic League Championship. Adam Bailey leading off, and he crushes the first pitch down the right field line, but it hooks foul down in the last section of field box seats, and the count is 0-1. Bailey, the right fielder and 5-hitter for the Ducks. Patriots taking a 1-0 lead on a Corey Smith line drive home run down the left field line in the top half of the second inning.
And for the Long Island Ducks, the 0-1 pitch at Adam Bailey is outside. 1 ball and 1 strike to Bailey. 133 games played for Adam. He was a workhorse. 254 average, 15 homers, drove in 57. Josh Lowy, 1-1 pitch and a golf swing by Bailey. Swings and misses, 1 ball and 2 strikes. So it's Bailey, Ramon Castro, Ryan Strebe, numbers 5, 6, and 7 in the order, against Josh Lowy here in the bottom of the second. Lowy looking for one of those so-called shutdown innings after Somerset has given him a 1-0 lead. And Adam Bailey swings right through an off-speed pitch from Lowy, and a good one. He goes down swinging. First strikeout for Lowy, 1 away.
A nasty breaking ball there, and Bailey, who is a little bit of a free swinger at the plate, chasing one down low. So a good start to the second inning for Lowy, and that's exactly what you were talking about, David Weiss, is those shutdown innings. He's hoping to have another one of those shutdown innings here in the bottom of the second inning. Keeps Somerset's 1-0 lead. It was something Long Island was able to do well in the first round of the playoffs, and that was bounce back after their starter gave up runs.
Ramon Castro at the plate, the former major leaguer, batting from the right side against Lowy, and a big cut from Castro. Swinging and missing on a fastball. It's 0-1. Castro on the regular year, 260, 8 homers, 31 RBIs, and 81 games played, 21 runs scored. I'd never heard that term regular year until Vin Scully used it in the playoffs on the Game of the Week. In the regular year. You know, the way Vin would say things.
Exactly.
0-2 the count. Did you hear Vin turned down an opportunity to have a street named after him in Los Angeles? They offered him, and he said, nope, don't need it, thank you very much.
Yeah, he is that kind of guy that doesn't want any extra recognition. He just loves what he does, and he's done it for a long time, and he's very, very good at what he has done.
113 years old and still going. It's actually about 80, isn't it?
I believe so, at least.
80 plus. And there's a call strike 3 to Ramon Castro. So Josh Lowy with back-to-back strikeouts, getting Adam Bailey swinging. Ramon Castro looking. 2 up and 2 down here in the bottom of the second inning. Remember, the Ducks worked up the Josh Lowy pitch count in the bottom of the first. Long at-bat from Bryant Nelson. And although he was stranded at second base after a wild pitch, you thought the Ducks kind of sizing up Josh Lowy, but he looks strong here in the bottom of the second, 2 down. So Ryan Strebe at the plate. The string bean Strebe standing on the right side. First baseman for the Ducks, taking outside, off-speed pitch, 1-0 to Ryan. Strebe in 53 regular season games, 251, 4 homers, 26 RBIs, and how many runs has he saved by stretching and scooping at first base? 1-0 pitch, just missing outside, 2-0.
Yeah, he was huge in the first round for the Ducks, 7 of 12 at the plate, their hottest hitter. He had 4 runs batted in, including a huge 2-run single in the first inning of Game 3 down in Southern Maryland. And as you mentioned, he has played very good defense over there at first base for Long Island.
What a target at first. 6'5". 2-0 pitch, nips the outside corner. 2 balls and 1 strike with 2 down. Nobody on, bottom of the second. Ducks still looking for their first hit. They've already had 1 base runner back in the first inning. That was the walk to Bryant Nelson. And 1 run up on the board for Somerset. That was the solo home run from Corey Smith in the top of the second. As Strebe takes a big cut, fouls it right side. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I couldn't tell if that one caught the mask of Adam Donahue, the catcher for the Patriots, or the chest protector of the home plate umpire, Marty Bauer, but a big swing there on a breaking ball inside, and Ryan Strebe wants some extra pine tar for his bat, so he will grab that and then head back to the batter's box. But Strebe had a very good swing in that first round of the postseason. He got off to a red-hot start this year, missed about 3 months with the torn ligament in his wrist, came back, started well, but then struggled. Towards the end of the season, he picked it up again, and then he was red hot in the first round of the playoffs, hoping to continue that momentum here in the championship series.
So Strebe's back in the box. Lowey takes a look into Adam Donahue. And another big swing from Strebe and fouls it off to the left side this time. So that's 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 down. As we mentioned, in terms of weather, temperature in the mid to upper 60s. A lot of fans still in short sleeves, some with jackets on. No breeze whatsoever. So you can think about all that talk about a wind chill. Just a beautiful late September evening here in Central Iceland. 2-2 pitch is a big curveball, nearly dropped in and hit the inside corner. Must have just missed. Boy, Lowey thought he had a strike there, and his infielders took a couple of steps toward the dugout, but the count is full on Ryan Strebe at 3-2.
Yeah, nice movement on that pitch. Just missed the inside corner to Strebe, and now a big 3-2 pitch up coming from the right-hander.
Lowey, the payoff pitch to Strebe, who spoils it. Hits it out of play, right side. That thing may have been ticketed for the outside corner, so Ryan, a good job to get his bat on it, and the count remains full.
Well, these two teams separated by only 90 miles here, and it would have been very interesting to see if the Sugar Land Skeeters had made it to the championship series, for the Ducks and the Skeeters both to have traveled from here down to Sugar Land after the game on Thursday night and then play game 3 on Friday. That won't happen now.
3-2 pitch on the way is hit well. Center field. Johnny Tucker is going back. Plenty of speed. Has a beat on it before even reaching the warning track, and that will do it as Strebe flies out to center. So for the Ducks, 3 up and 3 down, nothing across. We finished 2 here at Bethpage Ballpark, and the score remains Somerset 1, the Ducks nothing.
Hi, this is Josh Barfield, second baseman for the Ducks, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Hey Ducks fans, your recreation destination this year is The Rinks at Hidden Pond Park. The Rinks features 2 full-size ice rinks, a 97-acre summer day camp, a New York State licensed preschool academy, and a wide variety of birthday party options. Learn to skate, join one of many hockey leagues, swim in an Olympic-sized pool, and enjoy all the fun that The Rinks has to offer. Visit us today at 660 Terry Road in Hauppauge, or check us out online at therinks.com. The Rinks, your recreation destination.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Game 1 of the Atlantic League Championship Series. Patriots have a 1-0 lead over the Ducks as we go to inning number 3, which means it's time for a third inning trivia, which is brought to you by Carvel. Carvel celebrating more than 75 years of making people happy. We gave you earlier in the broadcast the note that John Brownell threw a complete game in Game 1 of the Liberty Division Championship Series this year against the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Struck out a franchise playoff record 12 in that game. He became just the second pitcher in Ducks history to throw a complete game during the postseason. So tonight's trivia question, who is the only other pitcher in Ducks postseason history to have thrown a complete game?
In fact, I was there for that complete game, which I believe was not in a winning effort.
It was not.
So I was definitely there.
There you go.
And we'll clear that up for you, give you the answer. Bottom of this inning. For Somerset, Angel Sanchez with a base hit over the leaping attempt of shortstop Dan Lyons. So Sanchez lining one to left, and he is aboard. First leadoff man to reach for the Somerset Patriots against John Brownell. Sanchez at first, nobody out.
A good start for the Patriots here in this third inning. The big key is going to be John Brownell getting through the bottom of the order because guys like Sanchez and Donahue have had their struggles this year, and even Jeff Baisley, too. You got Cortez as the 7-hitter, Baisley 6, Sanchez 8, and Donahue 9. Obviously, you got to make sure you get through the big bats in Sanchez, Aldridge, and Smith, but you can't allow the bottom of the lineup to beat you.
Sanchez, only 2 steal attempts this season, successful once. First pitch to Donahue, misses the plate, 1 ball and no strikes. The starting catcher for Somerset, Adam Donahue. 235 for the regular season. Has some pop, 6 homers, drove in 40. Slightly open stance, being played straight away, and the runner takes off, swing and a miss. Throw it down to second base, and he is out at second. I believe he got there in time, but may have taken his foot off the bag. It seemed to be a second tag by Bryant Nelson that did the trick. So Angel Sanchez thrown out, 1 down.
That was a good throw there by Ramon Castro. It was slightly off to the third base side of the second base bag, but Josh Barfield, the second baseman, came over, made the catch, and when Sanchez slid in, it looked like his foot might have gotten caught a little bit in the dirt. He tried to get his foot around the tag, but Barfield applying it nicely for the first out.
I think that's exactly what happened. Adam Donahue continues his at-bat, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes to Donahue at the plate. So that is a big caught stealing for the Long Island Ducks. Again, the throw going from catcher Ramon Castro to second baseman Josh Barfield. Swing and a miss. Good fastball from Brownell. That one was about shoulder high by the time it was caught by Castro. Second strikeout. Donahue goes down swinging.
Donahue with 2 strikeouts in the first round of the postseason. That's what you like to see from Brownell. Picking himself up after allowing the leadoff single. He trusts Castro, who makes a great throw on that caught stealing, and then strikes out Donahue. So 2 quick outs after the leadoff base hit, and now back to the top of the order.
California native Johnny Tucker, top of the order, leadoff man for Somerset. He flied to right his first time up and takes a strike inside corner. No balls and a strike. If you're watching on YouTube, listening LIDucks.com, we welcome you aboard, not only across Long Island, around the New York area, but in all the Atlantic League towns around the league. Lots of interest in this championship series. Of course, it's 1 ball and 1 strike to Johnny Tucker.
Brownell had a lot of success this year against Somerset. 2.76 ERA, 5 starts against the Patriots. He had a 1-0 record.
1-1 pitch, rather. Here's a curveball and a good one. Tucker off balance, just gets a piece as it dribbles behind home plate. Now 1 ball and 2 strikes with 2 down, nobody on, top of the third. Somerset leading the Ducks. Game 1 Atlantic League Championship Series, 1-0 to score. Brownell was about to go into his delivery when Tucker called time, stepped out. Now he's back in. He crowds the plate. The 1-2 pitch on the way. Big overhand curveball that didn't break, stayed up high. Count 2-2.
And Tucker, a very pesky hitter. He has tremendous speed at the top of the order. And he's another guy that Brownell needs to keep off the bases. Don't want to see him try and start running off to the races around the bases.
25 steals this year as he dribbles one foul left side. 25 steals for Tucker, caught stealing just 6 times. Somerset leading the league in terms of average. Best hitting team in the Atlantic League this year at 277. In terms of stolen bases, 127 steals and caught stealing just 36 times. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Johnny Tucker.
Now the Patriots had another very good season, 90 wins, so both Somerset and Sugar Land broke the league record for most wins in a regular season, which had been 88 by Lancaster last year. So 2 teams break it, and of course the Patriots, who had 90, beat the Skeeters, who had 95 in the first round.
Next pitch is line just over the leaping attempt of Josh Barfield at second base. Corralled in the outfield, making the turn is Tucker. At first base, we said it's important to keep him off base, but he lines a base hit to right center, so Tucker is aboard. Aaron Eggleston next up with 2 down, 1 on here, top of the third.
Brownell has left a couple pitches up over the plate here in this inning, especially with 2 strikes there to Tucker. Good piece of hitting to punch one out to right center field. Good effort by Barfield to try and climb the ladder and grab it. But again, I'm sure the Patriots are going to be a little bit more careful on the bases after they saw Castro throw out the runner earlier this inning.
And John Brownell already paying some mind to Johnny Tucker, throwing over to keep Tucker close, try to shorten that lead. Eggleston bounced to second his first time up. Tucker with that base hit to right center, takes his lead. Fastball missing outside to Eggleston. 1 ball and no strikes. We talked about Somerset, how they did in the regular season. 46-24 in the first half and 44-25 in the second half, with those 90 wins, finishing second in each half to the Sugar Land Skeeters. Next pitch on the way, fastball again high. 2 balls and no strikes, and I've mentioned this on more than one occasion, but worth repeating. With Sugar Land and Somerset playing so well this season, but Somerset coming up short twice, it was like Affirmed and Alydar, and the duel they had, Affirmed winning the Triple Crown in 1978, but Alydar finishing second, close, 3 consecutive Triple Crown races. And that's basically what we saw with Somerset, but it's the Patriots here in the championship series as they swept Sugar Land. 2-0 pitch on the way, outside corner, good fastball from Brownell, well placed, it's 2-1, so Brownell not giving in to Eggleston there. Good pitch to make the count, 2 balls and a strike.
Somerset missed by just 1 game of winning the first half title in the Freedom Division against Sugar Land. If it wasn't for a Ducks win at the final series of the first half, Somerset would have won it.
Next pitch, again hitting the outside corner. Good off-speed pitch from Brownell. The count now even at 2-2.
The Ducks ended up picking up wins in 2 of 3 games, including the final 2 games of the regular season against the Patriots. That was at TD Bank Ballpark, including a 4-0 shutout on the 14th of September that clinched the second half title for Long Island.
Brownell comes set. Runner takes off. 2-2 pitch is hit a long way to right field. Adam Bailey's going back. He's drifting back nearly at the warning track and makes the grab. So Eggleston just missed. Got a little too much air under it. And Eggleston flies out to right, ending it for the Patriots here in the top of the third. No runs, a couple of hits. There was a caught stealing and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the third here at Bethpage Ballpark. Game 1 Atlantic League Championship Series. The score remains: the Patriots 1, the Ducks 0.
Hi, this is reliever Leo Rosales, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Now that Metrex is the official nutrition bar of the Long Island Ducks, they're fueling their powerful lineup with delicious high-quality protein to support lean muscle and strength. So that in 2013, the Long Island Ducks can have their best season ever. Uh-oh. Metrex, shaping every body.
Amy Cornella, age 17.
Last year, 49 people a day died from a totally preventable national public health problem. 49 people a day were killed at the hands of drunk drivers. So the next time you're drinking and you're thinking about driving, ask yourself, do you really want to add to this list?
Elijah Anthony Michael Burrow Sealy, age 2 months.
Stay alive. Don't drink and drive. A message from Suffolk County Stop DWI.
We are back in Central Islip, New York. Long Island Ducks, Somerset Patriots in Game 1 of the ALCS. Time for the answer to tonight's third inning trivia, brought to you by Carvel. Carvel celebrating more than 75 years of making people happy. We gave you the question in the top half of this third inning. John Brownell, with his complete game win in Game 1 of the Liberty Division Championship Series, became just the second Duck in postseason history to throw a complete game. The question, who was the only other Duck with a playoff complete game? David, you seem to know the answer.
I believe it was Lance Davis, and that was the series in 2005, and it was Game 3 up at Nashua. Myself and my good buddy Mike Graham were doing the play-by-play up in Nashua. It was a walk-off win for Nashua, so technically he didn't go the full 9, but it was judged a complete game, a walk-off win for the Nashua Pride, right?
It was a 4-3 win for the Nashua Pride as they won the series 2-1 against Long Island after the Ducks had won 5-4 in walk-off fashion here in Game 1 of that series.
So Craig Bennick at the plate, 1 ball and no strikes as he takes well inside, but our old pal Lance Davis, as I kill a mosquito here in the broadcast booth. Maybe left over from the Sugar Land Skeeters last trip here.
Somerset might have brought him up from Sugar Land.
That's possible too. Little sabotage with a couple of Freedom Division teams working together. Craig Bennick at the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Ducks trail 1-0, bottom of the third. Game 1 Atlantic League Championship Series. Righty-righty matchup. Lowey's pitch is a curveball hit into the ground hard, but right at Angel Sanchez, the shortstop, and throws out the speedy Bennick, 1 down.
Bennick had a great first round of the postseason. as he did in the playoffs last year for Long Island. He was their best hitter in the postseason last year, along with Joash Brodin, and probably would have won the ALCS MVP if not for the heroics of Dan Lyons. So in the first round, he went 5 of 12, but Josh Lowy able to retire him here for the first out of the third.
Bottom of the order, and Dan Lyons, the shortstop. The aforementioned Lyons, Mr. Championship Series bunt from last year. 217 this year, no homers, knocked in 27. 4 steals as well, but very professional in every sense. Just what a solid as a rock at shortstop as he takes a strike. Fastball outside corner. 0-1 to Lyons. 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of the third, 1-0. Somerset leading on a solo homer from Corey Smith of the Patriots in the top of the second. Next pitch on the way is hit a mile high down the right field line. Chasing it, Jorge Cortez, but will run out of room. That falls in the second and third row, way down the right field line. So the count now 0-2 to Dan Lyons.
Biggest thing for Lowy so far, he's throwing strikes. He's been able to get ahead in the count pretty consistently so far today. That's putting the Ducks in an early hole. In game 1 of the first round, it was Gabby Hernandez who was the starter for Southern Maryland. He was getting into some deep counts, and the Ducks are able to square the ball up pretty well against the right-hander for Southern Maryland.
Lyons batting from the right side against the righty Lowy, and he swings and misses. Fastball that was tailing away. Dan couldn't catch up to it. And Lyons goes down swinging. Third strikeout for Lowy, 2 down.
He looks strong so far, just 1 walk allowed through the first 9 hitters in the Ducks lineup, but now everybody's gotten 1 look at him. Now the Ducks will begin their second trip through the lineup, now that they know what he is throwing. Again, they only faced him twice during the regular season, including 1 start, so don't have a ton of experience against Lowy, but now that they have gotten through the order once, we'll see if their results can get better through the second time.
Lowy finishing 3rd in victories in the Atlantic League this season with 14. Record of 14 up and 8 down. Pitch to Lou Ford. He tomahawks it, foul. 2-hour right and out of play. No balls and a strike to Lou Ford, who flied to right his first time up. So back to the top of the order with nobody on and 2 down here, bottom of the third. And the Ducks trailing 1-0. Still very early here in the first game of the Atlantic League Championship Series for 2013. The Ducks and Somerset Patriots. Righty-righty matchup. Pitch to Lou is inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 of the most successful teams in the history of the Atlantic League. Of course, Sugar Land off to a fantastic start in their first 2 seasons, making the playoffs in their second year. Attendance just through the roof. 1-1 pitch on the way is hit a long way. Right field. Jorge Cortez, though, drifts back and nearly at the warning track makes the catch. So Lou Ford hit it pretty well, but lines out to right field. Second time Lou has hit it in the air to right. So 3 up and 3 down. 7 in a row retired by Josh Lowy. Nothing across for the Ducks. We finished 3 here at Bethpage Ballpark, and the score remains Somerset 1, the Ducks nothing.
Hi, this is Adam Bailey, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Want to know what happy tastes like? Well, treat your taste buds to Carvel's new Iceberg and Carvelate beverages. A Carvel Iceberg starts with your favorite soda, like Coke, Fanta Orange, and Barks Root Beer. Blend in ice and vanilla flavoring. It's then topped off with Carvel's famous soft serve ice cream. And try a new Carvelate, a dynamite mixture of coffee and hazelnut or Irish cream flavor, blended with ice and topped off with whipped cream and crunchies. New Carvelates and Iceberg drinks. That's what happy tastes like. Only at Carvel. Visit Carvel.com for the location nearest you.
Hey, Duck fans, you want all the latest inside info on your defending Atlantic League champion Long Island Ducks? Then follow Ducks President and General Manager Michael Pfaff on Twitter at twitter.com/LIDucksGM. You'll find out first right here about player transactions, special stories, and so much more. You'll also be able to interact with Michael directly and get his take on all things Ducks baseball. Head to twitter.com/LIDucksGM today and make sure to follow along throughout the entire 2013 season. It's game time.
Back at Bethpage Ballpark, David Weiss and Michael Pollock. Game number 1, Atlantic League Championship Series for 2013. The Freedom Division champion Somerset Patriots, the Liberty Division champion Long Island Ducks. Top of inning number 4, Somerset leading 1-0 on a solo homer back in the second inning off the bat of Corey Smith against John Brownell. As we move things along, 1 run, 3 hits for Somerset. The Ducks still looking for their first hit. They've had only one base runner carry along the next 4 innings. Here's Michael Pollock.
Well, thank you very much, David Weiss. John Brownell to face Yuneski Sanchez to start off, and he delivers a first pitch strike on the outside corner. Big inning here for Brownell. 3, 4, and 5 hitters coming to the plate. The big bats for Somerset: Yuneski Sanchez, Corey Aldridge, and Corey Smith. As Brownell trying to keep it here at 1-0. 0-1 in this righty-righty matchup. Is a big breaking ball chopped foul at home plate. And Brownell quickly ahead, 0-2 on Sanchez, who fly to left in the first.
You can always tell when Brownell is in his rhythm. He wastes absolutely no time. Gets the pitch. It's almost as if he's in his windup before the pitch is thrown back by Castro.
Yeah, once he's going well, he likes to work quickly, likes to get the ball and return back to the mound and throw the next pitch. And he, like Bob Zimmerman and Sean Garceau, 3 quick guys for the Ducks as their first 3 starters in the championship series. Brownell wastes one up high. The count now 1-2. Sanchez was 5 of 13 in the division series with a double and 2 runs scored. And the Patriots a 3-game sweep over the Sugar Land Skeeters, winning the first 2 on the road and then game 3 last Friday at TD Bank Ballpark.
It's fair to say Sugar Land and their fans still in a state of shock.
No question. 1-2. That's lifted foul over the screen and upstairs behind home plate. Temperature has dropped here at Bethpage Ballpark. Definitely getting a little bit chillier and no wind blowing right now.
Well, I have not gone to my Long Island Ducks jacket.
So not too cold, but a little bit chillier.
I'm pretty much a wimp, though. I mean, it drops another degree and I'll be bundling up.
Sun has gone down. Lights on at the ballpark. Beautiful night for baseball. And the Ducks in their orange jerseys for a 4th straight game here in the postseason. Patriots going with the alternate blue jerseys. 1-2. Lifted foul again. First base side of the plate. Count remains 1-2 on Sanchez.
And why would the Ducks change the color of their jerseys? They're 3-0. You know how superstitious all ball players can be. So just keep going.
Ducks wore the black jerseys last year in games 4 and 5 of the championship series and won both of those games. So they have a 2-game winning streak in championship series games entering tonight. 1-2. Hard line drive into right field, a base hit for Yuneski Sanchez. Another good single the opposite way for the Patriots, 4th hit of the game, and the first for Sanchez.
Good piece of hitting from Sanchez. Fastball, outside portion of the plate. Didn't try to do too much with it, just went with the pitch, served it into right field. So again, the leadoff man aboard for the Pats.
Last 2 hits for Somerset, both have come with 2 strikes. And as a result of a couple foul balls on some tough 2-strike pitches from Brownell. So runner at first with nobody out here is Corey Aldridge, who struck out swinging back in the second inning. First pitch on the way, Aldridge takes, and there is a fastball strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1. Aldridge, as we mentioned, was red hot in the first round, 5 of 11. He also drew 4 walks, 2 of them intentional, as the Skeeters were respecting what he was doing at home plate. Now an 0-1 upcoming from the right-hander, and Aldridge will take low and outside, even the count at a ball and a strike. Sanchez, during the regular season, only attempted 1 stolen base. He was caught stealing that one time, so not really a speed threat for the Patriots. Being held on at first by Strebe. Nelson, the third baseman, plays well off the line with the lefty hitter batting. 1-1. Just missed outside. Close pitch. Fans wanted it here at Bethpage Ballpark, but Brownell doesn't get the call. It's 2-1.
They've got a lot of amateur umpires sitting in and around home plate. They've got a good vantage point. But Marty Bauer, home plate umpire, did not agree.
Brownell set at the belt, working out of the stretch. Here's his 2-1. Aldridge swings and grounds one foul, first base side. Karam's off the facing of the stand, so right fielder Adam Bailey will go retrieve it. Count 2-2. Most of the crowd Ducks fans here tonight as expected, but there is a handful of Patriots fans who have made, again, the 90-minute trek eastward, obviously without traffic, 90 minutes.
Yeah, could be.
And the reports were saying that there was some traffic heading out to the ballpark here before the game, so good handful of Patriots fans here, and I'm sure we'll see the same at TD Bank Ballpark Friday and, if necessary, Saturday and Sunday from Ducks fans in Bridgewater, New Jersey. Up high on a fastball. Count has now gone 3-2 on Aldridge, and the Patriots 1 ball away from putting the first 2 on here in the 4th inning.
I wish there was a better way to Jersey. I mean, the choices are not appetizing. Cross Bronx, Belt Parkway.
2 bad roads. Now a 3-2 on the way. Here goes the runner, and the pitch is swung on and foul tip. No, it was missed for strike 3. Runner goes to second, so it'll be a stolen base for Sanchez, but a strikeout of Aldridge, who has now struck out twice in the game. And there's one out here in the fourth inning.
Yeah, that one just popped in and out of the mitt of Ramon Sanchez and Ramon Castro, rather. I was with you. I thought it might have been a foul tip, but immediately home plate umpire Marty Bauer signaled strikeout. So Sanchez now in scoring position with one down.
Third strikeout for Brownell, and now a runner at second base with one out. Here is Corey Smith, who has brought home the only run of the game so far with his home run back in the second inning. First pitch here misses up and away for ball one. Smith, a line drive bullet over the left field wall on a 1-0 pitch from Brownell. And Brownell again behind here 1-0. Smith swings early in the count. And now the 1-0 is swung and fouled over the screen and just up high. It hit the facing of the club level and rebounded back down below. So that evens the count at 1-1 on Smith, who, as we mentioned before, was 0 for 12 in the division series against Sugar Land. Did score a couple runs, drew a walk, struck out twice, but a rare 0-4 for Smith. And he has broken that 0-4 slide with the home run in the second. 1-1. Popped up foul again behind home plate. This one much higher. And it's now 1-2.
He's not getting cheated on his cuts. Every one of these cuts has home run written all over it, so Brownell's going to be as careful as possible not to lay something over the middle of the plate, especially a fastball. That fastball in the second inning that left the park got out of here in a hurry.
Brownell looks to second. Now his 1-2 to Smith is popped in the air right side. Ryan Strebe, the first baseman, in a foul territory on the grass. He will make the catch. Bluffing at second was Sanchez, but he will obviously stay put. And a nice job by Brownell to get a strikeout and a foul pop after the leadoff single by Sanchez.
Yeah, that was an off-speed pitch to Corey Smith. We mentioned he wasn't going to give in with anything over the fat part of the plate, especially a fastball. And that was off-speed. Smith was behind it, just got under it, and was retired. Harmless foul ball to the right side. That's a big out.
One key for the Ducks in that first round, 3-game sweep over Southern Maryland. Pitchers were getting out of jams left and right throughout the course of that series. Brownell gave up a leadoff double in that game, had a runner at third with one out, but struck out Nick Schwanner and Ian Gack to get out of trouble in that inning. He had a runner at second base with 2 outs in the third, but got out of that inning. He had a runner at first base with no out in the second, but got out of trouble. That was a consistent thing for Brownell and Ducks pitchers in the first round, getting out of big jams. First pitch here is lined into center field. That's going to be a base hit. Sanchez rounding third. He's going to try and score. Here comes the throw to the plate from Lou Ford. It is cut off. An RBI single in the center on the first pitch to Jeff Baisley, and it's 2-0 Somerset here in the fourth inning.
Ken Baisley guessing fastball. He got it, just ripped it, turned on it, right back up the middle. And with 2 outs, you had Sanchez running on the quack of the bat. And he wasn't going to be denied, just racing home for the second run for the Patriots.
So that's Baisley's third run batted in of the postseason and his fourth hit. 2 singles here in the inning. A big 2-out base hit there by Jeff Baisley put Somerset on top by 2. And now it'll be the 7-hitter and right fielder Jorge Cortez. From the stretches, Brownell. First pitch on the way, and a big curveball misses up high for ball 1. Brownell has struggled over the last couple of innings. He's now at 62 pitches for the game, 39 for strikes. He's given up a pair of hits in each of the last 2 innings, and now 5 for the game. Right-hander's 1-0 is low and outside, and now 2 balls and no strikes on Cortez. 2-0 Patriots. Josh Lowy has not allowed a hit yet in the first 3 innings. Only Ducks batter to reach was Brian Nelson in the first on a walk. And now Brownell's 2-0 is low and outside. He seems to be a little frustrated on the mound here, losing the strike zone. Can lose himself here. It's 3-0. If Cortez gets on, Angel Sanchez, the shortstop, would be next.
Still very early, plenty of time. Just a 2-0 deficit. But you know, Brownell does not want to give up anything more from here.
3-0 pitch, and there's a strike at the belt. Good fastball that time from Brownell. Cortez flied to left in his first at-bat. That ended the second inning. Some of the Patriots fans doing a hip hip Jorge chant here at Bethpage Ballpark. 3-1, high fly ball in the air to right center field, well hit. Going back is the center fielder Lou Ford. Has a beat on it, makes the catch in front of the warning track. Cortez gave it a ride, but that's the final out of the 4th inning. Patriots grab a second run, though, on 2 hits. They leave 1 on the bases. We have played 3.5 here in Game 1 of the Atlantic League Championship Series. It is the Patriots 2 and the Long Island Ducks nothing.
Hi, this is pitcher John Brownell, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Northeast Facility Supplies is the official janitorial supplier of the Long Island Ducks, serving all of Long Island, both North and South Fork locations to better serve you. We're located in Ronkonkoma and have a complete range of janitorial supplies for all your facilities' needs. Whether it's paper, plastics, chemicals, machinery, or equipment, no business is ever too big or too small for us. Don't forget to ask about our price match guarantee. Visit us on the web at www.nefaci.com or give us a call at 631-563-8119.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the Hebrew National Picnic Area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owls party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as a color guard, be the Nicolak Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, display your group's artwork, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-DUCK and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks baseball. It's game time.
Well, fans, you can now enjoy the taste of the Australian Outback at discounted prices just by attending Ducks games here at Bethpage Ballpark. Every Friday home game, Duck staff members hand out coupons for $5 off with the purchase of 2 lunch entrees at Outback Steakhouse as fans exit the ballpark. Whether you're enjoying one of their delicious USDA choice steaks or one of many Aussie-tizers, Outback takes pride in serving the freshest, highest quality foods possible. Open Saturday, Sunday for lunch beginning at 11. Every Wednesday as well. No Worries Wednesday. A complete meal for 2 starting at just $25. At Outback, it's all about the quality and all about the food.
Not going to lie, David, Sunday, had the pleasure of going to Yankee Stadium to watch the beautiful retirement ceremony they had for Mariano Rivera. He was one of the players I've most admired my entire life watching the game of baseball. As the first pitch from Josh Lowy to Josh Barfield is inside for ball 1. After the game, needed somewhere to eat. Happened to go to Outback Steakhouse and had a delicious meal.
I'm having a craving for Outback ribs right now. I'm salivating all over my scorecard.
Went with the sirloin, perfectly cooked, sweet potato. It was fantastic.
Thanks a lot.
And coconut shrimp, too.
You're torturing me.
1-0 to Barfield, fisted in the air to center field. Barely having to move is Johnny Tucker. Now drifts back a few steps and will make the catch. So Josh Barfield so far has seen just 3 pitches from Lowy, and he is now 0 for 2 with a flyout and a ground out. And there's 1 away in the 4th. Patriots have a 2-0 lead. Somerset 2 runs on 5 hits. Ducks no runs, no hits. They have had just 1 base runner, a walk by Bryant Nelson in the 1st inning in an 11-pitch at-bat against Josh Lowy.
And it's more than just the fact they don't have a hit. They're not getting great swings against Lowy, who really has the Ducks off balance at this point, working it in and out, working the speeds as well. He's on his game thus far.
Well, Ducks going with their same rotation for the championship series as they did in the first round. First pitch to Brian Nelson. He takes outside for ball 1. It'll be Brownell tonight. Sean Garceau will go in Game 2. Bob Zimmerman in Game 3 at TD Bank Ballpark on Friday night. And if necessary, Bobby Blevins in Game 4 on Saturday. TBD for the Ducks, though, in Game 5, if necessary, on Sunday. 1-0. And there is a called strike on the outside corner, 1-1. As for the Patriots, they're switching things up a little bit. In the first round, they went with Eric Arneson in Game 1. David Harden in Game 2, and then Roy Merritt in Game 3. However, a little bit different here for the championship series, as Lowy deals 1-1 to Nelson, and he will chop one foul first base side as he chased down low 1 and 2. It is Josh Lowy in Game 1, even though he did not pitch in the first round of the postseason. Roy Merritt moves up to Game 2, and then Arneson drops back down from Game 1 to Game 3. TBD, though, for Games 4 and 5.
I like that TBD. He's got good fastball.
He's got pretty good stuff.
Yeah.
We have 1-2 here to Nelson, batting from the left side. Switch hitter, third baseman, and he will swing and miss. Good fastball from Lowy, and that is strike 3. 4th strikeout of the night for the right-hander. And quickly 2 away here in the 4th inning.
You talk about a pitcher getting into a rhythm. That's what Lowy is doing right now. And when you talk about the pitching matchups, obviously the Ducks in Somerset could arrange it any way they wanted. With the sweeps, both teams had 4 days off before the championship series begun. Both of their series ended last Friday.
No question. Momentum from the first round, hard to carry over when you have those 4 days off. Both teams getting equal rest. Both teams played that final third game not too far. Patriots in their home ballpark. Ducks were in Southern Maryland, and they made the trip back after the Game 3 win last Friday. First pitch to Bill Hall, and he takes a breaking ball down low for ball 1. So both teams pretty evenly coming into this series. But again, Lowey has had some extended rest. He has not pitched since September the 13th. In a game against the Ducks, again, 4 innings of relief. So it'll be a 1-0 pitch upcoming here to Bill Hall. Ducks fans and Patriots fans competing with each other right now here at Bethpage Ballpark. And the 1-0 is on the ground, foul up the third base line. Kevin Baez, the manager and third base coach, pointing fair. Corey Smith, the third baseman, pointing foul, as was the third base umpire, Matt Bieber.
That didn't miss by much. Ducks still looking for their first hit. Something to open those floodgates.
Got 2 of the best fan bases in the Atlantic League here in this championship series. Ducks finished second in the league in attendance this year, averaging just over 5,300 fans. Patriots were third. 52-22 was their average, so 2 teams very close in attendance and have always drawn well. 1-1, it's outside from Lowey. 2-1 now on Hall, who lined to short with Nelson at second and 2 men out in the first inning. Hall in the first round was 4 of 12, had a couple doubles, 4 runs scored, and drew a couple walks. Infield slightly shifted around to the left side for Hall, and it'll be a 2-1 from the right-hander. From the windup, he deals, and Lowey delivers a strike on the outside corner. Lowey just painting the corners very well. His fastball has been terrific so far tonight. And it's 2-2 with 2 out and the bases empty here in the bottom of the 4th.
Home plate umpire Marty Bauer with a consistent home plate strike call here tonight. After one trip through the lineup, you get a feel for how big that strike zone is going to be.
So it'll be a 2-2 on the way. Kick and the pitch, and Hall will swing and lift this one in the air to right. Moving a couple steps back is Cortez. He will make the catch. And another 1-2-3 inning for Lowey, who has now retired 10 straight Ducks batters. 4 complete tonight here in Game 1 of the Atlantic League Championship Series. Patriots lead it 2-0 over the Ducks.
Hi, this is Bryant Nelson, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Ducks Baseball official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Swung on a hit well in the air deep to left center field. Rice chasing back to the warning track at the wall. He looks up, and you can't forget it. Ryan Strebe with a game-tying 2-run home run, his second of the year and the 100th for Long Island on the season.
That's right, Duck fans. On August 21st in Camden, that Ryan Strebe home run put the Long Island Ducks over the top. Their 100th homer of the season, which meant that once again, the Ducks have met the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. Chappie's Funeral Homes donating $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. Thanks to Chappie's and the Long Island Ducks, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Homes, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Beautify your patio, walkway, driveway, or pool surround with Nicoloc paving stones and walls. Nicoloc's specially formulated paver shield offers extra surface wear protection and color enhancement throughout the thickness of the paver. Paver shield guarantees that your pavers will look great for years to come. Bring home the elegance with Nicoloc. Visit the Nicoloc Design Center, Sunrise Highway, Lindenhurst, or Nicoloc.com.
Let Nicoloc Pavers pave your way.
Well, Duck fans, don't forget to stop by the Waddle Inn Shop on your next trip here to Central Islip to Bethpage Ballpark, affectionately known as the Duck Pond. You've got the Waddle Inn Shop with exclusive hard-to-find Ducks memorabilia now on sale. Proceeds benefit the Quackerjack Foundation, the charitable arm of the Long Island Ducks. And don't forget to get your quacker if you don't have one already.
Get your quacker. David's got his quacker ready. There's a couple of brand new t-shirts in there as well. 2013 Liberty Division Champions t-shirts now on sale.
Terrific.
First pitch on the way to Angel Sanchez. Swung on and popped foul. First base side out of play. Nothing at 1. And Atlantic League Championship Series t-shirts on sale as well, featuring the Ducks and the Patriots logos as they meet for the very first time here in the playoffs. I thought this was intriguing, David. Ducks have played the Patriots the most out of any of the teams that they have faced in the Atlantic League, with one exception, the Bridgeport Bluefish, because they have played both the Patriots and the Bluefish more than anybody else. 265 regular season meetings. However, this is the first time that these two teams are meeting in the postseason.
How about that?
1-1, and that's fouled over the screen behind home plate, now 1-2. First playoff matchup. Ducks have faced 7 other Atlantic League franchises in playoff history before this year, but never had they faced the Patriots. And this is their first ever postseason meeting. 1-2 on the way to the shortstop, an 8-hitter. He grounds it back to the mound. Nice stab by Brownell. And he throws to first for the putout. So there's one away here in the top of inning number 5.
Very nicely done by Brownell, reacting like a hockey goalie, snagging it, and then throwing out Sanchez easily. I think Ray Navarrete put it very well. Ray on the bench tonight waiting for his call. And he says he's ready if called, of course. But Ray said on a Facebook post today, in part, the Ducks and Somerset, we couldn't have written a better ending. The two best organizations in the entire league finally facing off for the first time in league history. And Ray knows a thing or two about TD Bank Ballpark, too. He played his college ball at Seton Hall, and he says that's where his career really began, so you can't wait to get back there.
No question about that. 1-0 to Donahue after he took the first pitch up and inside. Drops over the outside corner for strike 1. Patriots have won a league record 5 Atlantic League championships. 2001, 03, 05, 08, and 09 were their 5 titles. 1-1 here, swung on and missed as Donahue chased down low, 1-2. Ducks have won 2. 2004 and 2012, of course. And they are tied for the second most in league history. Newark, York, and Bridgeport have all won twice as well, as Donahue takes up high. So if the Ducks win this championship series, they will move into sole possession of second most championships in Atlantic League history with 3.
Let me see if I can come up with this. 1998 was the first year in the league. Ducks weren't in yet. I believe Atlantic City was the first winner.
That's correct, as Adam Donahue swings and misses for strike 3. Second time he has struck out tonight. 4 Ks for Brownell, and there's 2 away. So let's go through the 15-year history of the Atlantic League, see if you can name all the champions. First was Atlantic City.
Second, I'm guessing Nashua.
Wrong. Second was Bridgeport in 1999.
You know these by heart?
I do know these by heart.
Yeah, show off. So,
I do handle media relations for this Ducks baseball team, so I kind of have to know some of this stuff. First pitch to Johnny Tucker takes a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. So Bridgeport was 1999. 2000
was the first year of the Long Island Ducks, and I'm guessing Somerset.
That was Nashua.
Okay.
2000 was Nashua. This is taken low for ball 1.
This is getting embarrassing.
Somerset's first title, as we mentioned, was in 2001.
That's right, because they won 1, 3, and 5. They won in the odd years, 2001, 3, and 5.
Correct. Be a 1-ball, 1-strike pitch on the way. This one is a breaking ball, chopped here to short. Dan Lyons charges, fields, throws to first in time for the out. And so the side retired. First 1-2-3 inning for Brownell since the opening inning of the game. We're halfway through tonight. We played 4.5 here in Game 1 of the Atlantic League Championship Series. Patriots lead the Ducks by a count of 2-0.
Hi, this is pitcher Matt Way, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Mr. Savemore, it's happening again. I know our electric costs went down after all that new lighting you did through LIPA's lighting retrofit program, but this month's bill is even lower. Should I contact LIPA this time?
No, Millie. There's still nothing wrong with our LIPA bill. This time I took advantage of LIPA's AC retrofit program. Our central air system was, let's say, not too efficient anymore. You remember last summer. With LIPA's AC retrofit program, I replaced all our units, here in our offices, in our warehouse, and our showroom. With LIPA's increased rebates and lower cooling costs every summer, our new AC systems will pay for themselves in just a few years.
Oh, Mr. Savemore, you did it again! You save more!
LIPA's commercial AC retrofit program can reduce your cooling costs by up to 30%. Over time, that can mean thousands. Call 1-800-692-2626 or visit lipower.org/retrofit. LIPA, we're working for you.
Well, you can discover the real difference at Huntington Honda and find Long Island's all-star lineup of over 1,200 new Hondas. Huntington Honda steps up to the plate to treat every customer with no pressure, respect, and grand slam service after the sale. Discover the real difference and a winning buying experience at HuntingtonHondaCars.com. And then in person, visit Huntington Honda on Jericho Turnpike, just east of Route 110. It is 2-0 Somerset. We go to the bottom of the 5th here at Bethpage Ballpark. The Ducks still looking for their first hit.
So going through the rest of the Atlantic League champions in the 15-year history of the league, you have Atlantic City in 98.
Do we have to do this?
If you want to. You don't want to?
It's embarrassing because I can't remember anybody.
All right.
Go ahead.
Then we won't do it. I don't want to make you feel any worse.
Nah, let's do it.
All right, Adam Bailey's going to lead off here in the 5th inning against Josh Lowy. And the first pitch is a breaking ball strike on the outside corner. We mentioned Bridgeport in 99, Nashua in 2000.
Right.
And the Patriots won the first of their 5 in 2001. Newark won the first of their 2 in 2002. Somerset won again in 03. And then, of course, the Ducks, their first Atlantic League title in 2004.
I remember that one.
There's a strike on the outside corner to Bailey. Quickly, 0-2. Somerset won again in 05. Lancaster, their first Atlantic League title in 2006. Newark won again for the second time in 07. Somerset again in 08 and 09. York in 2010 and 2011. And then the Ducks in 2012. 0-2 is down low to Bailey. And now 1-2 on the lefty swinging right fielder.
What was nice, starting in 98, you went several years and you did not have a repeat champion, showing you the balanced approach in the Atlantic League. And sure, the rosters change virtually every minute on this level of minor league ball, but very competitive from opening day in 98.
No question. First time the league had back-to-back champions was in 08 and 09 with Somerset. Bailey fouls one off down the third base line. So the count now 1-2. And for the first time in 03 was the first time that a team had won more than one Atlantic League title.
All right, that was Somerset.
That's exactly right. So you've got 7 Atlantic League championships combined between these two teams on the field tonight. 7 of the first 15 in Atlantic League history. And now the 1-2 to Bailey is swung on and grounded foul, first base side. Lowy getting a lot of Ducks to chase these pitches down low. That's how Bailey struck out his first time back in the second. So far, Lowy with 4 strikeouts tonight and has allowed just one base runner, the walk to Bryant Nelson, back in the first inning.
All the Ducks want to do here is get somebody on. By hit, by walk, error, doesn't make a difference. Tying run would immediately come to the plate, of course, but just to get something started against Lowy.
Still a close game, but just 2-0, so plenty of time to go as well. Now the 1-2. Bailey takes a fastball and misses outside. Good eye from the Ducks right fielder. First 1,000 fans in attendance tonight picked up title towels, courtesy of News 12 Long Island, News 12 Traffic and Weather. Same thing was the case in the first 2 games against Southern Maryland in the first round. Fans hoping to break those towels out and see a Ducks rally here in tonight's ball game. Now a 2-2 on the way. Bailey swings and fouls it right back to the screen behind home plate. Good cut there from Bailey.
So you see some Duck T-shirts behind home plate. Young man wearing a Baez number 10 shirt. Another older young man with an Navarrete number 16 shirt. And everybody's got the title towel. And they're waving it, trying to distract Josh Lowy as if he was trying to kick a field goal or make a free throw. They're waving those towels.
8th pitch of the at-bat upcoming. Still a 2-2 count on Adam Bailey. Lowy kicks and fires, and Bailey swings and lifts this one in a shallow left field. Moving in is Aaron Eggleston. And he will make the catch and left for the first out here in the 5th.
Yeah, Bailey going after a low pitch, kind of golfed it to left field. Bailey retired and 1 out, nobody on. So we are in the bottom of the 5th, and the Ducks still hitless.
Bailey 0 for 2 in the game, now 4 of 15 in the postseason. Here is Ramon Castro, who is looking for his first hit of the playoffs. 0 for 7 in the first round, did have a sacrifice fly. Struck out looking in the second inning. First pitch from Lowy to Castro, and he will take a fastball strike over the inside corner, 0-1. Castro was a .260 hitter during the regular season, 8 homers, 31 runs batted in. He wears the high black socks and bats from the right side. 0-1. Castro takes a fastball and another strike, this time on the outside corner. Castro does not like that call from Marty Bauer. He was upset on the strike 3 call back in the second inning and thought that one was too far outside as well.
Remember,
that is number 5 on the evening for Lowy. He has now retired 12 straight Ducks hitters. There's 2 away in the 5th.
Yeah, we mentioned it last inning, and the same is true here. The Ducks are just not getting very good swings against Lowy. They're not timing him well. Lowy's just mixing it up, in and out, up and down, and mixing speeds. He is painting a masterpiece so far, but there's still time As we get toward the bottom of the order, though, when we reach Binnick and Lyons, I would not be surprised if they try to lay one down just to get on.
Well, here is Ryan Strebe, the 7-hitter and first baseman, batting from the right side, and he swings at the first pitch and misses for strike one. Season high in strikeouts for Lowey was 8. He did that June 26th at home against Camden. 7 innings of 2-hit, 1-run ball with no walks and 8 strikeouts, one of his best starts of the year. 0-1 from the right-hander. And Strebe lifts it foul down the right field line. And again, 2 quick strikes from Josh Lowey. That has been the key. He has gotten ahead early in counts. So far tonight, 70 pitches, 50 of the 70 for strikes.
You're looking for just a moral victory here. That was a good swing from Strebe. Just a little late on the fastball. Fouled it out of play to the right side, but good cut there.
Lowey looking for a 4th straight 1-2-3 inning. 2-0 Patriots, bottom of the 5th. Right-hander gets the sign, winds and delivers, and Strebe swings and fouls it off again, this time at the first base side of home plate.
It's just a little late on these fastballs. Lowey's fastball is deceptive. Gets up on you really quick. It's not as if he's throwing 98 miles an hour, but just gets on top of you before you can react.
Game 2 of the series is going to be tomorrow night here at Bethpage Ballpark. 6:35 start time as well. Gates will open at 5:35. Again, righty Sean Garceau for the Ducks, lefty Roy Merritt for the Patriots. 0-2. Swung on and chopped weakly here to short. Charging in Angel Sanchez. He fields and throws on the run. It is in time to get Strebe. And a 4th consecutive 1-2-3 inning for the right-hander Josh Lowey. 5 innings complete tonight. Lowey has not allowed a hit. Patriots have scored the only 2 runs of the game. They lead it 2-0 here at Bethpage Ballpark.
Hi, this is Adam Bailey, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Hi, I'm Major Leaguer John Franco. Growing up in Brooklyn, I dreamed of playing professional baseball. My dad, a city employee, worked hard so I can live out that dream. The team at MCU is a lot like my dad. They're New Yorkers you can count on, and they'll work hard to help you reach your financial goals.
Municipal Credit Union has a full range of financial services that make sense in today's economy. Join today. Call 1-866-JOIN-MCU or visit nymcu.org.
MCU, strong, trusted, growing.
Hey, Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Clarion Hotel and Conference Center in Ronkonkoma. Uncover the perfect balance of memorable, award-winning service and the most central location Long Island has to offer. The Clarion Hotel and Conference Center is located less than a quarter mile from the Islip MacArthur Airport with a state-of-the-art health and fitness center, high-speed internet access, a world-class outdoor pool, and the great food and fun inside the Brickyard Bar and Grill. There's never been a better time to visit the Clarion Hotel and Conference Center. Best of all, it's only minutes away from Bethpage Ballpark. The Clarion Hotel and Conference Center, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 585-9500 today. That's 631-585-9500.
To the 6th inning we go here in Game 1 of the Atlantic League Championship Series. John Brownell has only given up 2 runs over the first 5 innings. He's allowed 5 hits and struck out 4, but he is being outdueled tonight by Josh Lowey of the Patriots. First action of the postseason, he has thrown 5 hitless innings and has allowed just 1 base runner, a walk to Brian Nelson back in the first inning. So again, this is the only game going on in the Atlantic League. The final 2 teams have made it through to the Championship Series, the Ducks and the Patriots, and the winner will claim the Atlantic League title for 2013. Yankees are in action tonight at home against Tampa. They are tied at 1 as they play in the top of inning number 3 at Yankee Stadium. James Loney and Robinson Cano have RBI doubles in that game. First pitch on the way from Brownell, and he delivers a breaking ball strike to Aaron Eggleston, 0-1. Pitching matchup, Phil Hughes for the Yankees, David Price for the Rays. Mets won earlier today, 1-0 over the Reds in Cincinnati. As the 0-1 Eggleston is lined, and a leaping try by Strebe knocked it down and ends up picking up the baseball and taking it to first for the out. So Strebe on the 3 unassisted putout, 1 away here in the 6th.
Very nice play by Strebe there with that 6'5" frame. Very tough to hit it over his head on a line, and he was able just to gather it as it fell to his feet, easily going over to the base and retiring Eggleston.
So the Mets 1-0 win. Daisuke Matsuzaka improved to 3-3. Matt Latos, the loss, fell to 14-7, and LaTroy Hawkins earned his 13th save of the year. Yuniesky Sanchez, the second baseman, 1 for 2 tonight, comes up to hit. And the first pitch, he swings and pops it up behind second. Josh Barfield, the second baseman, on the outfield grass, now ranging more towards right center. He'll make the catch. And on one pitch, Sanchez is retired. 3 pitches, 2 away for the Patriots here in the 6th.
Exactly what the Ducks need to get back to the offense as soon as possible and to retire the Patriots very quickly. Brownell finding a rhythm here. He's only given up 2 runs, 5 hits through 5 2/3. But of course, the Ducks struggling offensively. There's still time though.
So 2 away here is Corey Aldridge, the cleanup hitter in DH, who has struck out twice here so far tonight against Brownell. First pitch on the way from the right-hander, and he swings, does Aldridge, and grounds it foul off the first base camera well. Count is 0-1. Aldridge, we mentioned the hot first round of the playoffs, 5 of 11 with a couple homers and 6 runs batted in. They don't give out an MVP for the division championship series, but if they did, he would have very likely gotten the MVP for the first round of the playoffs, and Ryan Strebe would have probably had the same for the Ducks in the first round. 0-1. And Aldridge takes a breaking ball outside, even the count at 1-1. Championship series, they do give out an MVP, though. Last year, Dan Lyons winning the ALCS MVP award for his terrific clutch hits in Game 2 and Game 5 of the championship series against Lancaster last year. 1-1, lifted foul down the third baseline, and it's 1-2.
One of those situations, you get the feeling where if Dan Lyons had only gotten that 1 hit, the championship winning bunt, he probably still would have won the MVP.
That was a very, very big hit. Definitely the biggest bunt in Ducks history. Might have been the biggest hit in Ducks history as well. The bunt single up the third base line off of Josh Dew. 1-2. That's up and in tight to Aldridge. Count now even.
I would say that championship winning bunt is right up there with the Camara Barti home run against Bridgeport in 2004 that secured the Ducks' very first playoff appearance.
No question. 2-2. High fly ball into left field towards the line. Long run in for Craig Binnick, but he gets there and makes the catch. And for John Brownell, back-to-back 1-2-3 innings. He has now retired 7 straight since the RBI single by Jeff Baisley in the 4th. 6.5 complete here at Bethpage Ballpark. It is still 2-0 in favor of the Patriots here in Game 1 of the Atlantic League Championship Series.
Hi, this is pitcher Bill Murphy. You are listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Want to know what happy tastes like? Well, treat your taste buds to Carvel's new Iceberg and Carvelate beverages. A Carvel Iceberg starts with your favorite soda, like Coke, Fanta Orange, and Barks Root Beer. Blend in ice and vanilla flavoring. It's then topped off with Carvel's famous soft serve ice cream. And try a new Carvelate, a dynamite mixture of coffee and hazelnut or Irish cream flavor, blended with ice and topped off with whipped cream and crunchies. New Carvelates and Iceberg drinks. That's what happy tastes like. Only at Carvel. Visit Carvel.com for the location nearest you.
Swung on a hit well in the air deep to left center field. Rice chasing back to the warning track at the wall. He looks up, and you can't forget it. Ryan Strebe with a game-tying 2-run home run, his 2nd of the year and the 100th for Long Island on the season.
That's right, Duck fans. On August 21st in Camden, that Ryan Strebe home run put the Long Island Ducks over the top. Their 100th homer of the season, which meant that once again, the Ducks have met the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. Chappie's Funeral Homes donating $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. Thanks to Chappie's and the Long Island Ducks, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Homes, where caring for others is a family tradition.
As you just heard, the Ducks did indeed meet the Chappie's Home Run Challenge this season, and it was Ryan Strebe's 2-run homer at Camden, as called by Michael Pollock, my colleague, on August 21st that did the trick. $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. We thank Chappie's Funeral Homes each and every year for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge, which the Ducks never failed to meet. Chappie's, where caring for others is their family tradition.
Ducks could use the long ball tonight. They have not had a hit yet through the first 5 innings against Josh Lowy. First pitch to Craig Binnick, and he takes a breaking ball down low for ball 1. Binnick grounding out in his first at-bat to shortstop.
And I would think Binnick might want to bunt here, but Corey Smith at third has the same idea. He's in on the grass.
Now 1-0. And Binnick will take up and outside. Quickly 2 balls and no strikes. Lowy has been throwing strikes consistently all night. He is getting ahead on hitters throughout the course of the game. Fans with the Let's Go Ducks chant to try and rally this offense. To come from behind, they trail by just 2. Now a 2-0 to Binnick. There's a strike. Good fastball from Lowey. And the count 2-1. Binnick was 5 of 12 in the first round. A double, a run batted in, 2 runs scored. As he continued his hot postseason hitting as a member of the Ducks. Be a 2-1 from Lowey. Kicks, fires, and Binnick swings and fouls it back to the screen behind home plate.
Good cut there by Craig. Home run type cut. And he just missed it, fouling it straight back. So to forget about the bunt, Corey Smith, third baseman for Somerset, backs up now with 2 strikes. But between Binnick and Lyons, you have 2 of the best bunters in the league at the bottom of the order.
Smith has moved back, as you mentioned, with the 2 strikes. Binnick awaits the pitch from Lowey. 2-2. Inside, almost hit him. That'll lift up that left arm. Count has gone full at 3-2.
Well, I tell you, there have been very few full counts. Only 1 walk surrendered to Brian Nelson, the only Ducks base runner way back in the first inning.
On my count, that's the 3rd full count of the game for Lowey.
That's it.
So here comes a 3-2. Right-hander kicks and deals, and Binnick will swing and ground one here, foul up the third base line. Just went to the left of that third base bag.
Yeah, that was a bit of a defensive swing by Binnick, and he did well just to spoil it. That might have caught the inside corner. It was riding in on his hands, but at this point you can't take the chance. And Craig still hoping he could put the bat on the ball, get on, maybe work out a walk, get that tying run to the plate.
Brian Nelson, the only Duck to reach tonight when he drew a walk on the 11th pitch of his plate appearance back in the first inning. It took 11 pitches for a Duck to get on with that walk, and aside from that, no other Duck has reached base. 3-2, fisted foul over the screen and behind home plate. Couple close pitches from Lowey. Binnick, defensive at home plate, will do it once again at 3-2.
That one was hit almost off the barrel of the bat. I mean, right near his hands. Well up and in, but again, Binnick taking no chances.
Ducks have worked some deep counts against Lowey, but just haven't been able to get too many good swings in terms of connection with the pitches from Lowey. So another 3-2 on the way, and the pitch, fisted foul again, this time to the first base side. And this at bat now 8 pitches long, and the count remains full.
Good at bat from Binnick. He's hoping, so are the Ducks, that it pays off with a trip to first base.
Infield plays straight away. The third baseman Smith close to the line with the righty hitter at the plate. Tucker, the center fielder, shades over towards right center. Lowey gets the sign from Donahue. And the pitch swung on and fouled right back to the screen behind home plate.
Have you noticed, ever since the count went full, one fastball after another, Lowey at some point, is going to break a curveball in there, and it's up to Binnick to be prepared for that.
Lowey's fastball has been his best pitch tonight. He has had terrific velocity on it and movement on it, and that's why he's got 5 strikeouts in the game, and the Ducks haven't been able to catch up to a lot of them. Lots of late swings from Long Island. Another 3-2. That's low for ball 4. Great at bat for Craig Binnick. On the 10th pitch, he draws a walk, and that breaks a string of 13 straight retired by Josh Lowey. It's another Municipal Credit Union walk with a purpose. Every time a Ducks batter walks, the Quacker Jack Foundation wins.
Now, Binnick this season was 4 for 8 in the stolen base department, but that is not indicative of what he can do on the base paths. However, trailing by 2, you'd have to wonder if Kevin Baez would put Binnick in motion.
Corey Smith expecting it. He is well in on the grass at third. I wouldn't be surprised if you see Dan Lyons try and bunt here for the Ducks to get a runner in a scoring position. Lyons has made things happen when he has laid down bunts. So we'll see what he does here. Lowey from the stretch. First pitch, Lyons squares, pulls back, and he takes inside for ball 1. Ball briefly got away from Donahue, but not far enough for Binnick to reach.
And this allows Dan Lyons, who handles the bat so well, great bat control. You never know if he might just show bunt and then just try to chop it through the hole on the left side.
So it'll be a 1-0 upcoming here from Lowey. Binnick leads at first, being held on by Jeff Baisley. Lyons does not square here. It's a high fly ball in the air to left center field. It's pretty well hit, but moving over is the left fielder Eggleston, and he will make the catch. So Lyons squared the first time, took a pitch inside, then swung away, and he flies out to left center. So Binnick remains at first, 1 away, and now Lou Ford.
Well, Dan Lyons had a very good swing at that. Got the good part of the bat on it, but it's a little too high, not quite far enough, allowing Eggleston to camp under it. So 1 out, still 1 on, back to the top of the order, and Mr. Clutch, Lou Ford.
Lions had laid down a terrific bunt in the Ducks' second half clinching win on September 14th against Somerset. A beautiful bunt single up the third base line. Jeff Baisley was the third baseman at the time, and he threw to first. The throw hit Lyons, and it allowed a run to score. Lou Ford, first pitch swinging, punches one in a right, but it's right at Jorge Cortez. He makes the catch. So Ford was wasting no time. He swings first pitch, and for the third time tonight, he has flied to right. And after the leadoff walk, two very aggressive at-bats, and quickly 2 away.
Yeah, Ford guessing fastball, got it, went the other way, as you said, Michael, with a third consecutive at-bat, but it was right at Jorge Cortez.
The Ducks have had some success in the postseason. It has been when they have been patient at the plate, and we've seen 2 walks tonight, one on 11 pitches, one on 10 pitches. But Dan Lyons swinging second pitch, and he flies to left. Lou Ford swinging first pitch, and he flies to right. So the Ducks stay patient at first, but then get aggressive against Lowey. It doesn't work. Still the tying run is at the plate here, and it's the second baseman Josh Barfield, who was 0 for 2 so far tonight, and he has seen just 3 pitches in his 2 at-bats combined. Binnick leads at first. First pitch to Barfield, and he takes a fastball low and outside for ball 1. Barfield bounced to second on the first pitch of the his first at bat back in the first inning. Then he swung out a 1-0 pitch in the fourth and flied to center. Now another 1-0 upcoming from the right-hander. And his pitch is a breaking ball taken by Barfield low and outside. So the Ducks being patient again here as Barfield takes 2 pitches and is now ahead in the count 2-0. I think the Ducks just have to be a little bit more patient at the plate right now with Lowey. He has been throwing strikes consistently. The Ducks have had some success when they have laid off some of these close pitches.
With all the consecutive batters that Lowey had retired until the leadoff walk to Binnick, we thought that the Ducks were going to increase that pitch count with that long first inning, but he's been rather economical ever since.
Ducks still looking for their first hit of the night. 2-0. Barfield takes, and that misses outside. Boy, would the Ducks love to get Barfield on here, put the tying runs on base with 2 out, and bring Bryant Nelson up to the plate. Fans making some noise here at Bethpage Ballpark. It's a 3-0 count on the second baseman, Josh Barfield. Runner at first, 2 out. Ducks trail 2-0 here in game 1. Title towels being waved around by the fans here.
Fans going through all kinds of gyrations.
Here comes the 3-0 from Lowey. Deals, and Barfield takes inside for ball 4. So the second walk of the inning for Lowey, who has now walked 3 in the game. It's another Municipal Credit Union walk with a purpose. Every time a Ducks batter walks, the Quacker Jack Foundation wins, and for the first time tonight, the Ducks have 2 on the base pass in the same inning. And here's Brian Nelson.
And for only the second time in the game, do the Ducks have a runner in scoring position. Brian Nelson with that walk back in the first inning and advancing on a wild pitch, but was stranded there. So you've got Binnick at second, Barfield on first. Brian Nelson never cheated on his cuts, batting against Lowey. What an important moment in this game.
2 on, 2 out. Ducks trail by 2. Single should make it a 1-run game. Double could tie it. First pitch from Lowey to Nelson, and he will take outside. That's now 5 straight out of the strike zone, and the count 1-0.
Isn't that something, how a pitcher just sailing right along can suddenly lose the plate?
Ducks have to stay patient with the right-hander. Again, he has not been throwing strikes consistently here in this inning. 10-pitch walk to Binnick, and a 4-pitch walk to Barfield. Nelson, a switch hitter batting from the left side, a 1-0 upcoming. Lowey kicks and deals, and Nelson will take again. This fastball misses up and away, and it's 2-0. And that's going to bring Donahue out to the mound to have a chat with his right-hander.
And Bryant Nelson, with all his professional baseball experience at age 39, you would expect that he's not going to swing here at 2-0 unless it's something that he can really tag. And now we got a trip to the mound, and let's take a look. Oh, we've got a little stick being handed to Josh Lowey, who's going to try to remove some mud or something.
That's the trainer for the Patriots, Katie Reynolds, who came out of the dugout to check on Lowey, and I was wondering if that may have been an injury visit, because Lowey had thrown 6 straight out of the strike zone after being consistent with throwing strikes in the game, but not an injury visit. Just needed to get a spoke to get some of the dirt out of his cleats. That's what it appeared to be. He seems to be fine on the mound. So again, it's Binnick at second, Barfield at first. 2-0 count on Nelson here. We'll see if he is swinging away here, expecting a good pitch from Lowey. Title towels being waved round and round. Here comes a 2-0 to Nelson. Kick the pitch. Up high on a fastball, it's 3-0 to Nelson. And another ball will load the bases with 2 out for Bill Hall.
I'd say about half the fans in the stands are standing. They know how important this juncture is in the ball game. Bryant Nelson ahead of the count at 3-0, 2 already on with 2 out.
Binnick is at second and Barfield at first. 3-0 upcoming to Nelson. Have to think he'll be taking all the way here. Lowey kicks, fires, and Nelson does take, and it's a strike on the outside corner. Good fastball from Lowey.
We'll see if Nelson might just take one more, but trailing by 2. If he sees a fastball he likes, he's bound to pounce all over it.
I think Nelson will be ready to swing away here if he gets a pitch he likes with the count of 3-1. Ducks looking for their first hit of the ball game. They trail by 2. Lowey looks to second twice. 3-1. Swung on it, popped up foul, third base side. Corey Smith racing over towards the stands. This will be about 4 rows back. So Lowey has worked the count from 3-0 to 3-2. And with 2 out, the runners will be off on the pitch. And now, surely with an extra base hit, Ducks will tie this game.
So you think about it, go-ahead runners at the plate. If the Ducks' first hit happens to be a round tripper, you've taken a 2-0 deficit and converted it into a 3-2 lead. That's how quickly things can happen. And listen, Lowey was sailing right along until he lost the plate here in the bottom of the 5th.
So a payoff pitch upcoming to Nelson. Binnick and Barfield will be off on the pitch. 3-2, runners go, and the pitch is swung and grounded to third. Corey Smith fields on a couple hops. His throw to first is in time. Baisley just kept his foot on the bag, and the side retired. So the Ducks threaten, but they cannot score. No runs, no hits, a couple of walks, and 2 men left on base. 6 innings complete here in Game 1 of the Atlantic League Championship Series. The Patriots still lead it 2-0.
Hi, this is Bud Harrelson, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Hey Ducks fans, your recreation destination this year is The Rinks at Hidden Pond Park. The Rinks features 2 full-size ice rinks, a 97-acre summer day camp, a New York State licensed preschool academy, and a wide variety of birthday party options. Learn to skate, join one of many hockey leagues, swim in an Olympic-sized pool, and enjoy all the fun that The Rinks has to offer. Visit us today at 660 Terry Road in Hauppauge, or check us out online at therinks.com. The Rinks, your recreation destination.
Amy Cornella, age 17.
Last year, 49 people a day died from a totally preventable national public health problem. 49 people a day were killed at the hands of drunk drivers. So the next time you're drinking and you're thinking about driving, ask yourself, do you really want to add to this list?
Elijah Anthony Michael Burrow Sealy, age 2 months.
Stay alive. Don't drink and drive. A message from Suffolk County Stop DWI.
Hey, Duck fans, you want to stay connected? Sure you do. You want frequent updates on team transactions, scores, store specials, the status of upcoming games? All you have to do is follow the Long Island Ducks on Twitter at twitter.com/LIDucks. With Twitter, Duck fans will also be able to follow their Ducks, find out more information regarding nightly promotions, player signings, league activities, and a whole lot more. The Ducks, in fact, are tweeting right now, and you can follow along at twitter.com/LIDucks.
So we go to the 7th inning. Patriots still lead it 2-0 over Long Island. Ducks this season had 28 come from behind wins. They had 1 in the first round. That was in Game 2 here against Southern Maryland. They're trying to make it 2 for the postseason here tonight if they can rally back. First pitch. And Brownell misses up and inside to Corey Smith, the third baseman and 5-hitter. But so far the story tonight has been Josh Lowey, who has allowed just 3 walks through the first 6 innings, no hits given up. And Smith here fouls one over the screen and off to our right behind home plate to even the count at 1-1.
And Brownell has not exactly been chop liver. He has surrendered just 2 runs, 5 hits. That solo homer to Corey Smith, RBI single by Jeff Baisley. just a couple of innings later, but he has retired 7 in a row and has found a good rhythm.
Here's his 1-1. Smith takes up high, and it's 2-1. He swung 1-0 in the second inning and lined a home run just over the wall in left field inside the foul pole for his first hit and first homer of the postseason. 2-1. That's up high. And now Brownell behind in the count 3-1. The right-hander has struck out 4 here. Not exactly the 12 he struck out his first time out, but hard to expect him to do that again, especially here against a much more formidable opponent in the Patriots. 3-1, swung on and missed. Way out in front of that pitch was Smith, and it's 3-2.
So yeah, that had fastball cutter action to it. It was diving away from Smith, who just swung and was unable to catch up with it. Count full.
Baez was glowing about Brownell's cutter in game 1 of the first round. His 3-2 here, swung on and fouled over the screen behind home plate. That'll keep the count full.
And his first at-bat, Corey Smith guessing fastball, got it on the inside portion of the plate, jumped on it, line drive home run, left field corner. Second at-bat, it was an off-speed pitch that Smith fouled out to Ryan Strebe on.
3-2. This one popped up behind the plate. Castro back towards the screen. This will be back into the crowd on the lower concourse. So Smith got under one, popped it straight up in the air, but it had enough movement on it to get back behind home plate and into the seats.
So this is quite a battle here. Will he go fastball, fastball, fastball to Corey Smith with the count full? Will he pull the string? Let's see.
Ready to go is Brownell, his 3-2. Swung on it, popped up again, foul. Third base side. Again, Castro gives it a look, but again, this will be back into the seats. And another 3-2 pitch will be upcoming.
Last thing Brownell wants to do here is walk the leadoff batter. 2 runs, far from insurmountable, even though the Ducks have yet to register a hit.
Another payoff, 9th pitch of the at-bat on the way, and Smith pops it up again, foul, and again back behind the plate. This one up into the club level, and now it rebounds back down below, and a nice catch by a fan in a New York Rangers hooded sweatshirt.
It is that time.
It is. Hockey's coming back. Rangers playing a couple preseason games this week. Chris King, our colleague in the broadcast booth, just called an Islander preseason game at Barclays Center over the weekend as another line drive deep down the left field line by Smith is a foul ball.
Wow, close. And that really looked a whole lot like his home run back in the second inning. That line drive homer that was just inside the foul pole and just over the 325 mark down the left field line. That one was close. Smith just a bit out in front.
So here's the 11th pitch of the at-bat. And Smith swings and lines one right at the third baseman, Brian Nelson. So back-to-back hard line drives, one deep but foul down the left field line, and this one right at Brian Nelson. So on the 11th pitch, Brownell wins the battle, and there's one away here in the 7th.
What a great job by John Brownell. As you said, he won the battle, one fastball after another, but never gave in, never over the middle or fat part of the plate. And Smith hits it hard, but right to Brian Nelson.
97 pitches now for Brownell as we have one out in the 7th. Here's Jeff Baisley, who's 1 for 2 tonight. And the first pitch to Baisley is taken for a strike at the knees, 0-1. Baisley came up after Smith popped out foul with 2 out and a runner at second in the 4th, and he swung first pitch and punched an RBI single into center that scored Sanchez to give the Patriots a 2-0 lead. 0-1 is a breaking ball low and outside, now 1-1.
So show of hands here. How many are surprised that we have a pitcher's duel? How many are surprised that both starters are pitching in the 7th inning? Show of hands. Anybody? I don't see one hand up.
I don't think anybody would be surprised. John Brownell, Josh Lowy, 2 of the best pitchers in the Atlantic League this year. 1-1 is low. Now 2 balls and a strike. Brownell was one of the best pitchers for the Ducks in the postseason last year. Game 4 of the Liberty Division Championship Series. Through 6 2/3 innings of 6-hit, 2-run ball, took a no decision in a 4-3 loss to the Blue Crabs that forced a deciding Game 5. 2-1. Baisley takes a curveball for a strike, 2-2. Then in the championship series against Lancaster, with the Ducks facing elimination, he threw 6 innings of 3-hit, 2-run ball, walked 2, struck out 2, and took the win as the Ducks won it 9-3 over the Barnstormers to even the series at 2 apiece and forced the winner-take-all Game 5, in which the Ducks won 5-4. Here comes the 2-2. The kick, the pitch, swung on and popped foul, first base side out of play. So now 4 postseason starts in a Ducks uniform for Brownell, and if he continues to hold the Patriots to 2 runs, he would have held opponents to 2 runs in each of his 4 outings. And boy, he has been a very good arm for the Ducks the last 2 playoffs.
Yeah, especially when it's really counted.
2-2. Line drive, right center field. Long run for Lou Ford into the gap. He is not going to be able to get it. It drops in for a base hit, goes to the wall. Baisley on his way to second. Ford had trouble. Now Baisley will go to third, and he is going to be in there sliding safely with a triple. So a one-out triple for Jeff Baisley into the right center field gap. His 5th hit of the playoffs, 2nd of the game. And Somerset with a runner at third and one out.
That one was going to elude Lou Ford. You knew it off the bat of Jeff Baisley slicing away from him. 1 or 2 hops off the wall. And Ford was not able to get it as quickly as he would have liked. Baisley saw that. It was all unfolding in front of him as he was looking over his right shoulder, streaking to second base. And he just kept on streaking right to third. So 1 out. And the 3rd Somerset run just 90 feet away.
First triple of the postseason for the Patriots. First triple the Ducks have allowed in the playoffs this year. Here's Jorge Cortez, infield in all the way around. First pitch is popped up towards short. Dan Lyons moves back, and on the edge of the outfield grass, he will make the catch. Exactly what John Brownell needed. Cortez swung first pitch, popped it to the shortstop, so the runner stays put, and now 2 away.
How about that? Brownell didn't even have to waste a pitch. First pitch in on the hands, good fastball. Again, Brownell spotting that fastball very well tonight. Cortez overmatched, just fell into Lyons' glove, and a very big second out here in the top of the 7th.
So the infielders will now move back, at least the middle infielders. Strebe halfway at first, Nelson about a third of the way back at third. And the first pitch to Angel Sanchez, swung on in line, right back to Brownell. Woo! Sanchez thought he had an RBI single to center, but Brownell stuck out the glove, made the catch, and that retires the side.
Looked like Lundqvist on that one.
Nice grab there by Brownell. So no runs, a hit, and 1 left on base. We're going to keep things right here for God Bless America, which tonight is going to be performed by Michael Moulter atop the first base dugout. He will sing God Bless America here tonight for Game 1 of the Atlantic League Championship Series.
Right here at this very field, here's a finalist in the 2012 Nassau County Reach the Stars singing competition at Eisenhower Park in East Meadow, and is a member of the On Tour Company in the award-winning show chorus Crescendo. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, singing God Bless America, here is Michael Moulter.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Very nicely done. Michael Moulter atop the first base dugout with God Bless America here in Game 1 of the Atlantic League Championship Series. Time to stretch at Bethpage Ballpark. 2-0 Patriots lead here in Game 1.
Hi, this is Ray Navarrete, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Mr. Savemore, I just opened our electric bill. There must be some mistake.
Yes, Millie, what would that be?
It's so much lower. It must be wrong. Should I contact LIPA?
No, Millie. There's nothing wrong with our bill. It's all the new lighting we've installed. Our lighting contractor told me about LIPA's new commercial lighting retrofit program. We were able to upgrade all our lighting here in our offices, in our warehouse, and our showroom. With LIPA's new higher rebates, our new lighting will pay for itself in less than a year, including our contractor costs. Not to mention how this will help improve our sales. And as you see, it's costing us a lot less for electricity.
Oh, Mr. Savemore, you really do know how to save more.
LIPA's commercial lighting retrofit program can reduce your lighting electric costs by up to 40%. Over time, that can mean thousands. Call 1-800-692-2626 or visit lipower.org/retrofit. LIPA, we're working for you.
We're back at Bethpage Ballpark. Central Islip, David Weiss, Michael Pollock. Bottom of the 7th. This one's still anybody's game. Ducks trailing 2-0. And Josh Lowy, starter for the Somerset Patriots, has walked 3 but not surrendered a hit. A no-hitter. I'll say it again, a no-hitter. If we say it enough, superstition applies, and maybe we can break up the no-hitter right here. Bottom of the 7th. Remember, 6:35 p.m. Game 2 tomorrow. Ducks and Somerset Patriots Atlantic League Championship Series. And once again, those title towels will be given out to the first 1,000?
First 1,000 fans,
There you
tomorrow
go.
night.
As they were tonight. Everybody waving those towels, trying to get the Ducks to rally here in the bottom of the 7th.
Ducks fans were hoping that they could rally in the 6th inning. They had a couple of walks, a leadoff walk to Binnick, a 2-out walk to Barfield, but on a 3-2 pitch, Brian Nelson grounded to third to end the threat. So here's Bill Hall to lead off. He'll be followed by Adam Bailey and Ramon Castro. Lowy's first pitch to Hall, taken up and inside. And the count 1-0. Hall 0 for 2 tonight. He lined to short in the first and fly to right in the 4th.
You would think the Ducks might be a little more selective here. Bottom of the 7th. With the feeling that Lowy may be losing some of that pinpoint control.
Yeah, 1-0 from the right-hander. Hall takes low again. We saw last inning he ran into some deep counts. He walked Binnick on 10 pitches, fell behind 3-0 on Barfield, walked him on the 4th pitch, fell behind 3-0 on Nelson before battling back. Next pitch will be number 98 for Lowy, and again, he is behind here 2-0.
Boy, Brett Jody, manager of the Somerset Patriots, would be in quite a quandary, wouldn't he? If Lowy happens to walk a couple of guys, you take somebody out who has to give it up a hit.
Be a tough decision. 2-0. Hall swings, rockets one deep left center field. Going back is Eggleston. Warning track at the wall, and you can't forget it. A solo home run over the wall in left center for Bill Hall. His first of the postseason. There's the first hit of the game for Long Island. They're on the scoreboard. It's 2-1 here in the 7th inning. The fans are on their feet here at Bethpage Ballpark waving those title towels. Hall got a good 2-0 fastball up in the zone and crushed it for his first homer of the playoffs.
So how about that? Here in the bottom of the 7th, the first hit leaves the park. And we got a trip to the mound, and that will do it for Josh Lowy. How about that? Pitch count combined with the fact that he had control problems in the last half inning and gives up a solo homer here. This is the championship series. You can't soothe any egos here. Incredible performance by Josh Lowy. He gives up 1 hit, 1 run, and is now exiting the game. So, we'll take a break here, and we got a brand new ball game. The Ducks have cut the Somerset lead in half. It's 2-1 as the bottom of the 7th continues.
Hi, this is Nick DeBar, pitcher, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Hey Ducks fans, your recreation destination this year is The Rinks at Hidden Pond Park. The Rinks features 2 full-size ice rinks, a 97-acre summer day camp, a New York State licensed preschool academy, and a wide variety of birthday party options. Learn to skate, join one of many hockey leagues, swim in an Olympic-sized pool, and enjoy all the fun that The Rinks has to offer. Visit us today at 660 Terry Road in Hauppauge, or check us out online at therinks.com. The Rinks, your recreation destination.
This summer, LIPA can help you save big on a new central air conditioning system. With up to $1,000 in rebates and up to $500 in operating cost savings each year. And only a LIPA participating Cool Homes contractor can make sure you get all these savings, plus a quality installation for maximum comfort over the life of your system. Ready to save? We're ready to help. Visit lipower.org/coolhomes to make sure that your contractor is a LIPA Cool Homes contractor.
Few places on Earth offer the charm and excitement of Fire Island. At Fire Island Ferries, located conveniently at 99 Maple Avenue in Bay Shore, they offer convenient travel to Fire Island 7 days a week. Fire Island is quickly becoming a top destination for families of all ages. Experience the informal, carefree communities, the dazzling night scene, enjoy fine dining, or climb to the top of one of the tallest lighthouses in the United States. But there's only one way to get there, by calling Fire Island Ferries at 631-665-3600 today. For fare and scheduling information, please visit fireislandferries.com.
So we do have a pitching change for the Somerset Patriots here in the bottom of inning number 7 at Bethpage Ballpark. Following the home run, the solo shot from Bill Hall, cutting Somerset's lead from 2-0 to 2-1. It's the left-hander from Kissimmee, Florida, Joe Torres, 6'2", 31-year-old. Joe Torres, who made 11 regular season appearances, 11 in the third innings pitched, gave up 11 hits. 3 earned runs. He struck out 9, walked 7, a 2.38 earned run average. Joe Torres in relief of starter Josh Lowy. And Adam Bailey at the plate. He is the tying run.
Lefty-lefty matchup here. First pitch on the way to Bailey, and he'll take low and outside for ball 1. So a tip of the cap to Josh Lowy for the terrific start he had tonight. 12 days of rest. He hadn't pitched since September the 13th, and he took a no-hitter into the 7th inning. He had allowed 3 walks to that point and struck out 5. But on a 2-0 fastball, Bill Hall sends one out to the scoreboard in left center. So the no-hitter ends, the shutout ends, and the Ducks down by just 1. Now Torres is 1-0 to Bailey. And that breaking ball is over the inside corner for strike 1.
Josh Lowy still the pitcher of record. He can win it, he cannot lose it. 6 innings plus a batter. 1 hit, 1 run, it was earned. Struck out 5, walked 3, and gave up that 1 home run.
Let's go Ducks chant up from the crowd. Here's the 1-1 to Bailey, and he swings a weak cack here as he chased the breaking ball down low. It's 1-2. Torres pitched in Game 3 of the Freedom Division Championship Series for the Patriots through 1/3 of an inning, got a strikeout in relief of Fernando Hernandez, who had relieved Roy Merritt in the 8th inning. We got the final out of that 8th inning. Now the 1-2. Low went outside. That skips all the way back to the backstop. Torres a little wild there. Count now 2-2 on Bailey, who struck out in the 2nd inning, swinging, and then took at bat 8 pitches in the 5th before eventually flying out to left.
You look up and down the Duck lineup, you have lots of right-handed swingers in there, so only Brian Nelson will even turn around.
Might be just a one at bat thing for Torres here.
Good point.
2-2 to Bailey. Swung on and missed for strike 3. He chased down in the dirt. Second strikeout of the night for Bailey as the tag was applied by the catcher Donahue. So there's 1 out. That'll bring up the catcher, Ramon Castro.
I don't see any movement out of the Somerset dugout, so it appears Joe Torres is going to stay in there. But after putting up with Josh Lowy and his marvelous performance for the most part, before starting to experience some control problems in the 6th and the solo homer in the 7th, Ramon Castro, I think, is very thankful he's seeing somebody else on the mound.
Here's the righty batter against the lefty pitcher. Torres' first offering to Castro. Swung on and missed. Cut through a ball down low in the zone. It's 0-1. Torres, 3 games against the Ducks in the regular season. 2 1/3 innings scoreless. He gave up 1 hit, walked 4, and struck out 1 among the 12 batters that he faced.
Yeah, control can be an issue at times with Joe Torres.
Now is 0-1. Swung and grounded foul, third base side. Kevin Baez barehanding it, and will flip it into the crowd. Castro behind, 0-2. So the Ducks on the scoreboard here. They trail by just 1. Patriots out hitting them by 5, 6-1. The Ducks using the homer for their 1 hit. That's their 4th home run of the postseason, by the way. By hitting 4 home runs and hitting 100 during the regular season, of course. They met the Chappie's Home Run Challenge, so Chappie's Funeral Homes donated $5,000 to the Quacker Jack Foundation. Torres ready to deal 0-2 to Castro after time was briefly called, and now Castro wants time again. Ryan Strebe waiting on deck. He is also 0-2 tonight. Torres ready. 0-2 pitch. Swung on and popped foul over the screen and behind home plate.
Castro with a good cut. He has struck out twice, both those strikeouts against the aforementioned Josh Lowy. As we said, Castro with a good look at this long, lanky lefty.
On one hand, Lowy has been amazing tonight, and so you would think the Ducks are happy to see him leave the game, but he had been struggling over the last couple of innings in terms of his control. The Ducks finally getting their first hit off of him, but Jody immediately takes him out of the game. 0-2. Castro checks his swing and takes down and away. Good eye there by Castro, and it's 1-2.
Well, among other things in this championship caliber game, because it is the championship series, no errors in this game for either team. We've seen some very good defensive plays. It's been a very well-played, well-pitched game.
Ducks did not make an error in the first round of the playoffs either. Patriots made 2. 1-2. Low. Castro able to take again. 2 tough pitches from Torres, but it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes.
At some point, have to feel Torres. Gonna have to put a fastball over the plate, and Castro a tremendous fastball hitter.
Definitely feels like postseason baseball. Temperatures have cooled here. No wind tonight. But a cool late September evening.
Yeah, with no wind to help either of those shots hit to left field. Corey Smith and Bill Hall, both were really well hit.
Here comes the 2-2. Torres kicks and deals, and Castro swings and lines one into center field, a base hit. So there's the second hit of the game for Long Island as Castro picks up his first hit of the night. Tying run on the bases, and now let's see what Kevin Baez does. He represents the tying run. Do you pinch run with P.J. Phillips here? And I think that's exactly what Kevin Baez is going to do. So Castro's going to get pinch run for. That's what we saw Kevin Baez do when Castro, or check that, when Strebe got on in the 10th inning of Game 2 with a single. Kevin Baez pinch ran for him with P.J. Phillips. Phillips stole second, went to third when the throw went into center, and then scored the winning run on a wild pitch. So Kevin Baez going to put P.J. Phillips in for Castro here in the 7th inning.
And we would assume Ralph Enriquez will come in to catch in the top of the 8th. But P.J. Phillips, who can be distracting and then some to opposing teams, especially the opposing pitcher. See what happens here. Got a lefty on the mound. He's going to be looking right at P.J. at first base.
Leads to the edge of the cutout. Torres looks over to first, kicks and will throw over to check on Phillips. During the regular season, P.J. Phillips was 13 of 17 in the stolen base department. We mentioned the stolen base in Game 2. That set up the winning run for Long Island. That's exactly what his role is to come off the bench as a pinch runner late in games. Torres kicks and deals to the plate. Strebe takes, and that's a strike on the outside corner. 0-1 on Strebe.
Lots of options here for Kevin Baez. Straight steal, a run and hit. But when you put speed on the bases like P.J. Phillips, things can happen.
So it'll be an 0-1 here. Phillips with a good lead again. Torres looks over to first. Deals to the plate, and Strebe takes a curveball low and outside, even the count at 1-1. So the Ducks have cut the deficit to 2-1 on the leadoff homer by Bill Hall, and now they've got the tying run at first with the speedy P.J. Phillips on. Tense moments here at Bethpage Ballpark in Game 1 of the championship series. 1-1 upcoming. Phillips bluffed, and Strebe swung and missed. Another breaking ball down low, and it's now 1-2.
Yeah, Strebe guessing fastball is out in front, swung over it. Had a good cut, but now 1-2, so needs to be a little more defensive at the plate.
Strebe 0 for 2 so far tonight. He fly to center in the second, grounded to short in the 5th. See if Phillips takes off with 2 strikes here. Time called, and Adam Donahue wants to go out and chat with the left-hander. Crowd boos in disapproval. But Donahue wants to make sure he and Torres are on the same page.
Well, until the 6th, the Ducks were going quietly against Josh Lowy. But Lowy lost control in the 6th in terms of location over the plate. Walked a couple of batters. Ducks still could get nothing across. Had not had one single hit until the 7th. Solo homer from Bill Hall. And after Adam Bailey struck out, Ramon Castro with a single up the middle. Replaced on the bases by P.J. Phillips.
Torres gets the sign from Donahue working out of the stretch. And a throw over to first chases Phillips back to the bag. Go ahead.
You wouldn't say Joe Torres has a great move, not an Andy Pettitte type move by any means to first base. He just wants to try to cut into the lead if he can.
It's definitely tougher for Phillips to steal off the lefty than it is a righty. So Phillips has to be extra careful. Don't want to get picked off on the bases when you represent a tying run. 1-2 upcoming here to Strebe. Torres set. Deals to the plate. Phillips bluffs again, and Strebe fouls it off to the first base side of the screen.
Yeah, that old start and stop by P.J. Phillips.
Strebe was 4 for 4 in Game 1 of the postseason. Here at Bethpage Ballpark, a 6-2 Ducks win over Southern Maryland. Just the second Duck ever with 4 hits in a playoff game. George Lombard in 2009 against Southern Maryland was the only other Duck with 4 hits in a postseason game. 1-2 from Torres. Phillips goes, and the pitch is taken inside. It gets away from the catcher, so Phillips is going to get to second. Big turn, but he'll hold on right there. So a stolen base for P.J. Phillips. And it's now a 2-2 count on Strebe.
I believe that was an off-speed pitch. Came close to bouncing, if not bouncing, to the plate. Adam Donahue unable to handle it. Stolen base for P.J. Phillips, who had an idea of streaking to third. Donahue was a little lax in getting to that ball quickly. Only about 10-15 feet away from him, and P.J. with his speed, he was about a third of the way to third base.
Yeah, they carried him a little further away. If had it gone back to the backstop, I have no doubt Phillips would have taken off for third. When he did steal that base in Game 2 in the 10th inning, ball got away into center field. It took him a little while to get up and realize it, but he still took off, and Jeremy Owens has a decent arm in center. He had Phillips got in just ahead of the throw.
Yeah, it was bang, bang.
And that was big because with nobody out, he was at third, and then with Dan Lyons at the plate, a wild pitch, and able to come home with the winning run. So a 2-2 count here. Singles should tie the game at 2. One out here in the 7th. Pitch to Strebe. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Good pitch from Torres. Second strikeout from the left-hander. And 2 away in the 7th. That'll leave it up to Craig Binnick. And out of the dugout comes Brett Jody.
Total of 7 strikeouts for the Ducks against Somerset pitching tonight. We'll see if Brett Jody wants to make a change here. Craig Binnick will be coming to the plate. P.J. Phillips still in scoring position.
It looks like Jody has signaled for a right-hander out of the bullpen as expected with the righty Craig Binnick coming to the plate. So Torres is able to get the strikeout of Bailey, gives up the single to Castro. Phillips steals second, but Strebe strikes out on a good pitch from Torres, and now a right-hander will come in and face Craig Binnick. So the Ducks with the tying run in scoring position, 2 out in the bottom of the 7th. Patriots still lead it 2-1 here in Game 1 of the championship series.
Hi, this is right-handed pitcher Josh Lansford, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Mr. Savemore, it's happening again. I know our electric costs went down after all that new lighting you did through LIPA's lighting retrofit program, but this month's bill is even lower. Should I contact LIPA this time?
No, Millie. There's still nothing wrong with our LIPA bill. This time I took advantage of LIPA's AC retrofit program. Our central air system was, let's say not too efficient anymore. You remember last summer. With LIPA's AC retrofit program, I replaced all our units, here in our offices, in our warehouse, and our showroom. With LIPA's increased rebates and lower cooling costs every summer, our new AC systems will pay for themselves in just a few years.
Oh, Mr. Savemore, you did it again! You save more!
LIPA's commercial AC retrofit program can reduce your cooling costs by up to 30%. Over time, that can mean thousands. Call 1-800-692-2626 or visit lipower.org/retrofit. LIPA, we're working for you.
So the second pitching change here in the 7th inning for the Somerset Patriots. Replacing Joe Torres on the mound, the right-hander from Trenton, New Jersey, Jim Hoey. All 6'6" of them. The 30-year-old appearing in 46 games in the regular season, all in relief. 43 innings pitched. Gave up 38 hits, 12 earned runs, struck out 41, walked 10. Good ratio there, and an ERA of 2.51. Jim Hoey, the right-hander, on the mound. And the third pitcher of this 7th inning for the Somerset Patriots. The Ducks scoring right off the bat. Literally, Bill Hall with a home run to left field. First hit of the game for the Long Island Ducks. And first run, of course. Ducks cutting a 2-0 lead down to 2-1. Adam Bailey struck out against reliever Joe Torres. Single by Ramon Castro, replaced by pinch runner P.J. Phillips on the base paths as Torres struck out Ryan Strebe, and there you have it. 2 out, runner in scoring position, and Jim Hoey, your new pitcher.
Hoey came into a game on September the 14th at TD Bank Ballpark with the Ducks leading 1-0 and gave up 3 runs against Long Island in that 7th inning. He did walk Craig Binnick in that inning, a big at-bat in which Binnick drew a tough walk. Lyons then laid down a sac bunt for a base hit, and then on an error on the throw from Baisley that hit Lyons, Run was able to score. Lou Ford followed with a 2-run single on the next pitch. And the Ducks had themselves a 4-0 lead. That would be the score they'd go on to win by. So here is Craig Binnick to the plate with a runner at second, 2 out. Ducks trailing by 1. First pitch from Hoey. Runner goes for third. Pitch is taken for a strike, and the throw to third. It's in time. P.J. Phillips taking off for third with 2 out in the inning, and he is caught at third, takes the bat out of the hand of Binnick, and that ends the inning.
Wow.
So for the Ducks, they get a run on 2 hits, and because of the caught stealing, bases are left empty, and we go to the 8th inning. It's 2-1 Patriots here in Game 1.
Hi, this is Steve Foucault, pitching coach for the Ducks. You're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Beautify your patio, walkway, driveway, or pool surround with Nicoloc paving stones and walls. Nicoloc's specially formulated Paver Shield offers extra surface wear protection and color enhancement throughout the thickness of the paver. Paver Shield guarantees that your pavers will look great for years to come. Bring home the elegance with Nicoloc. Visit the Nicoloc Design Center, Sunrise Highway, Lindenhurst, or Nicoloc.com.
Let Nicoloc Paver, let Nicoloc Pavers pave your way.
Northeast Facility Supplies is the official janitorial supplier of the Long Island Ducks, serving all of Long Island, both North and South Fork locations to better serve you. We're located in Ronkonkoma and have a complete range of janitorial supplies for all your facilities' needs. Whether it's paper, plastics, chemicals, machinery, or equipment, no business is ever too big or too small for us. Don't forget to ask about our price match guarantee. Visit us on the web at www.nefaci.com or give us a call at 631-563-8119. Well, a surprising decision there for the Long Island Ducks as Jim Hoey comes into the game. P.J. Phillips on the first pitch to Craig Binnick takes off for third, and Phillips is caught stealing third. So the putout goes 2-5, and that ends the inning, takes the bat out of the hand of Craig Binnick. And so we go to the 8th with the Ducks trailing 2-1 here in Game 1 of the Championship Series. I turn it over to my partner in the broadcast booth, David Weiss.
Thank you so much, Michael Pollock. Bottom of the order for the Samoset Patriots, Adam Donahue, then back to the top, Johnny Tucker and Aaron Eggleston to face John Brownell, who is still in there for the Long Island Ducks, missing up high with an off-speed pitch. 1-0 to Donahue, who has struck out against Brownell twice, both times swinging. Slightly open stance from the right side. Righty-righty matchup, Brownell missing, fastball, up and away, 2 balls and no strikes. Any sign that Brownell is tiring or losing the plate, and you know skipper Kevin Baez will be reaching to his bullpen. But for now, Brownell still in there, has given up 2 runs and 6 hits. It's been very tough grinding it out here tonight as he misses again. It's 3 balls and no strikes to Donahue. And going back to the top of that tough Somerset order, he did not want to walk the leadoff man. Brownell's next pitch on the way, just up high. 4-pitch walk, Donahue aboard. We'll look to the dugout, see if there's any movement.
Not the way you want to start off the inning. Brownell struck out Donahue twice earlier in the game. That was Brownell's 109th pitch. Obviously, he is somebody who can go very deep into ball games. He went over 130 pitches his last start, the complete game effort. So I don't think Kevin Baez is going to take him out just yet. But as you mentioned, the tough top of the order, Tucker, Eggleston, and then you get to the big hitters. The last thing you want to do is walk Donahue. And obviously, it was a very uplifting start to the 7th inning for the Ducks to break up the no-hitter with a home run. But a very deflating end to the inning with the speedy Phillips at second, who would easily score on pretty much any single. Not sure why he would take off for third there with Craig Binnick, who had a terrific first round at the plate.
Johnny Tucker squares around to bunt. Bunts, misses, foul tips actually, back into the mitt of Ralph Enriquez. So it's 0-1 to Johnny Tucker, who is 1 for 3. It's flied out, bounced out, in between, and the third, a single to right field.
Brownell walked just 1 in Game 1 of the first round. That didn't happen until the 9th inning. Here, he doesn't walk 1 until the 8th inning.
That was his first walk of the game. Next pitch, fouled straight back to the netting. Good pitch from Brownell. That was a cutter. And that pitch was diving away from Johnny Tucker's bunt attempt. And he couldn't get anything on it in fair territory, and it went right back to the netting. So, you would assume Bryant Nelson at third will back up a step or two. It's 0-2. As you would assume, Johnny Tucker will no longer be attempting to sacrifice. Coming set, and he is trying to sacrifice, and wow, that one just missed. It was an off-speed pitch. Ducking away was Tucker, fooled on it. It was a curve, and it just missed the inside corner. How about Tucker squaring around at 0-2?
He is a gutsy guy. He's laid down 10 sacrifice bunts during the regular season, so trying to lay one down there with 2 strikes, definitely a gutsy move.
Donahue with a very short lead and a swing and a miss as Brownell whiffs Johnny Tucker. And that is strikeout number 5 for John Brownell.
Good job by Brownell there. Tucker could not get the sacrifice bunt down. Patriots wanted to get that run back that the Ducks scored and move Donahue into scoring position, but Tucker, who has been the best sack bunter for the Patriots this year, unable to get the job done. Now 1 out. Now a double play can get Brownell out of trouble.
Eggleston at the plate. He is 0 for 3. Pitch hits the outside corner. 0-1. Eggleston has bounced out, fly to right. And he is grounded out. It was really a line drive to first baseman Ryan Strebe, who dropped it right at his feet and then walked over and touched the bag with his foot. Next pitch, fastball missing. 1 ball and 1 strike to Aaron Eggleston. Yuniesky Sanchez waiting on deck. So we've got 1 on, 1 out. And the Patriots leading by 1 here in the top of the 8th. Game 1, Atlantic League Championship Series. 1-1 pitch on the way to Eggleston. He fists one foul just above our heads to the club seat section above us, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes to Eggleston. What a gutsy performance tonight by John Brownell. A 136 pitch performance a week ago in the 6-2 win in Game 1 of the Liberty Division Championship Series. Complete game win for Brownell. And pitching his heart out here tonight again. Swing and a miss! Fastball, foul tip right back to the mid of Ralph Enriquez on a rising heater. Eggleston goes down, back-to-back swinging strikeouts for Brownell.
Nice job by the right-hander. Got him to rise up and chase one up in the zone. So back-to-back strikeouts after the leadoff walk to Donahue. Definitely what you want to see from the right-hander. And now trying to get through this 8th inning with it a 1-run game. He has certainly to this point done his job again tonight. Can't ask for much more out of him. The Ducks offense just needs to get something going here over the final 2 innings.
Yuniesky Sanchez is 1 for 3 tonight. First pitch on the way. Good hook from Brownell. And it hooks right into the strike zone. It's 0-1. If there was ever a manager who had confidence in a starter, it's Kevin Baez. And the trust he has in John Brownell, and trust that has been well earned. 0-1 the count. With 2 down and a runner on. This one is golfed down the left field line, but it is twisting just foul as it soars over the patio section, the party deck, if you will, down the left field line. But for a couple of moments, looked like it was fair, but then it just hooked foul down the left field line. So Sanchez gave it a ride, but the count 0-2. 2 down, 1 on. Adam Donahue without much speed at all at first base, taking a very short lead, maybe a half a step, being held on by Ryan Strebe. 0-2 pitch on the way, and is hit in the air, playable. Infield, coming over Dan Lyons, near the second base bag, makes the catch, and the side is retired. So, leadoff walk to Adam Donahue means nada. Tucker, Eggleston, Sanchez retired in order, no runs, 1 left on. We go to the bottom of the 8th at Bethpage Ballpark, and the score remains Somerset 2, the Ducks 1.
Hi, this is pitcher Jared Lansford, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Few places on earth offer the charm and excitement of Fire Island. At Fire Island Ferries, located conveniently at 99 Maple Avenue in Bay Shore, they offer convenient travel to Fire Island 7 days a week. Fire Island is quickly becoming a top destination for families of all ages. Experience the informal, carefree communities, the dazzling night scene, enjoy fine dining, or climb to the top of one of the tallest lighthouses in the United States. But there's only one way to get there, by calling Fire Island Ferries at 631-665-3600 today. For fare and scheduling information, please visit fireislandferries.com.
Hi, I'm former Major Leaguer John Franco. Growing up in Brooklyn, I dreamed of playing professional baseball. My dad, a city employee, worked hard so I could live out that dream. The team at MCU is a lot like my dad. They're New Yorkers you can count on, and they'll work hard to help you reach your financial goals.
Municipal Credit Union has a full range of financial services that make sense in today's economy. Join today. Call 1-866-JOIN-MCU or visit nymcu.org.
MCU, strong, trusted, growing.
Well, Well, fans, time to warm up with a hot cup of Hampton Coffee Company gourmet coffee, available right now at our concession stands. Hampton Coffee is the preferred coffee of the Long Island Ducks. Visit HamptonCoffeeCompany.com or visit their cafes in the Hamptons. A terrific game here for Game 1 of the Atlantic League Championship Series. Pitcher's duel as advertised. John Brownell has thrown 8 innings here tonight. He has given up just 6 hits, including only 2 of them for extra bases. The triple by Jeff Baisley and the solo homer by Corey Smith way back in the second inning. And as for the Ducks, they have just 2 hits in the game, but 1 run on the solo homer by Bill Hall in the 7th inning. That's where we stand right now, 2-1 as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Ducks trying to rally back to take the first game of the best-of-5 championship series.
Once again, we say hi to everyone across the Atlantic League and everywhere that is watching. YouTube.com/DucksBaseball. You're watching, listening, and enjoying, as we are here in the broadcast booth. It has been a dandy from the opening pitch. Great pitcher's duel, terrific defense, and we've had a couple of long balls, supplying 2/3 of the runs up on the board. A couple of solo shots. 2-1. Patriots lead the Long Island Ducks. Bottom of the order, Craig Bennick, Dan Lyons, then back to the top, and Lou Ford against Jim Hoey. Hoey looking into the sign for Adam Donahue. Puts it down. And his first pitch on the way to Craig with a big swing and fouls it out of play to the right side. 0-1. Bennick is officially 0 for 1. He bounced to short in the 3rd inning. He walked in the 6th. That was the inning in which Josh Lowy appeared human. He started losing that pinpoint control. 0-1 pitch to Bennick is on the way downstairs. Count even at 1-1 strike with Bennick's speed. If he can get on, watch out. And third baseman Corey Smith, well aware of that, he's in on the grass to guard against a bunt. Bennick stands up on the plate. 1-1 pitch on the way, and it's ripped foul down the left field line. Boy, Bennick got in front of a fastball, hit it hard, but foul, and it pinballs back onto the field to play. 1-2 strikes to Bennick.
A couple big at-bats in this game. The one for Brian Nelson in the 6th with 2 on and 2 out. Ends up grinding out to third on the 3-2 pitch, and then again, Bennick at the plate in the 7th. First pitch, and inexplicably, P.J. Phillips takes off for third, gets thrown out as he represents the tying run with Bennick at the plate and 2 out. We'll have to find out after the game as to why Phillips was trying to steal there, but a tough way to end the inning.
1-2 pitch down low, fastball from Hoey. So the count now even at 2 strikes. 2 runs, 6 hits for the Somerset Patriots. 1 run for the Ducks, 2 hits. One of those 2. Home run to left from Bill Hall. Hoey looks in, gets the sign, the 2-2 to Bennick on the way, and he fists it foul. Over the netting, into the crowd, to our right. Count even at 2 strikes to Craig.
No question the Patriots pitching staff has been tough tonight, but I liked some of the at-bats the Ducks have had. They have fought off a lot of tough pitches throughout the course of the game.
2-2 to Bennick inside. So the count worked full by Craig. Good eye at the plate, and it's 3-2. And the pressure now on Jim Hoey to put it over the plate or to get Craig to chase something. Payoff pitch to Bennick. High and inside. Craig Bennick works out a walk. Second time he has walked in this game. More importantly, with his speed, he is aboard leading off the bottom of the 8th. Bennick is the tying run.
And the second straight time that Bennick has faced Jim Hoey here late in the year, has worked the count full and drawn a walk. We mentioned he did that again with 1 on and nobody out in the 7th inning of the September 14th game at TD Bank Ballpark. Dan Lyons came up next, laid down a perfect bunt up the third base line. The throw from Jeff Baisley hit Lyons, and a big run came home to score from second on the play. So now I'm sure with Bennick at first and no one out, Lyons will try and sacrifice him over to second here.
No doubt he'll be attempting the sacrifice. Here's the pitch on the way. Dan yanks the bat away, but it crosses over the plate for a strike. Fastball from Hoey. It's 0-1. Lyons struck out in the 3rd, fly to deep left field. Gave it a ride back in the 6th, so 0 for 2. Bennick taking a good lead at first, being held on by Jeff Baisley. Jim Hoey gives him a look. Now comes set. 0-1 pitch on the way, and this one's bunted, and it is just off the first base line and grabbed quickly by catcher Adam Donahue before it had a chance to bounce back into fair territory. So Lyons now 0-2, and will he do the same thing that Johnny Tucker, leadoff man for the Somerset Patriots, did last inning? Will he attempt to sacrifice even at 0-2? We'll find out.
I can't imagine he would try again. You don't want to take the bat completely out of Lyons' hands in case he fouls it off on a bunt, but pulled it back on a good pitch the first time through from Hoey, thinking that maybe Hoey would throw another pitch out of the zone, and it ended up being a good strike. And then here, tries to bunt one up the first baseline, but it goes foul, so now I'm sure he'll be swinging away here. And he, like Tucker, unable to get the bunt down.
Pinnock with the lead almost to the cutout. 0-2 the count. Cummings said Hoey. Pitch on the way to Lyons. He's swinging away, and he swings and misses. That was a fastball that was darting away from Dan Lyons, so he goes down swinging. That is the 8th strikeout for Somerset pitching tonight. Dan goes down, 1 out, still 1 on, and back to the top of the order in Lou Ford.
Here in the playoffs, got to get those bunts down, especially late in games when you're trailing by 1 and you've got a speedy runner and Craig Pinnock on the bases. But Lyons unable to get the job done shockingly there. He strikes out for a second time tonight, and now it'll be up to the top of the order in Ford and Barfield.
Lou Ford has flied out 3 times to right field, going the other way each time. Pitch on the way, a big swing and a miss on a rising fastball, 0-1. Lou with a home run hack there. So it's 0-1 to Lou Ford with Craig Pinnock. That leadoff walk, he remains at first base. Representing the tying run here in the bottom of the 8th. Game 1 Atlantic League Championship Series for 2013. It has been a dandy. 0-1 pitch on the way and hit the other way, long way, but foul. Over the roof, over everything. It's 0-2 to Lou Ford.
Ford has had an aggressive bat here in tonight's game. All 3 at bats, he slide to right. But 2 big swings now in an 0-2 hole against Hoey. I think the Ducks in this game, when they have been at their best, they have been patient with the pitchers. And here, Lyons unable to get the bunt down, strikes out, and Ford aggressive with 2 swings early in this at-bat. And Pinnock still at first with only 1 away.
Ford did not hit a home run in his return to the Long Island Ducks this season, but we all know he has home run power. And now taking a long look in, Jim Hoey signals for catcher Adam Donahue to join him on the mound for a quick chat. So the count again, 0-2 as we reset things. 2-1, Ducks trail, bottom of the 8th. In Game 1 of the Atlantic League Championship Series, Craig Pinnock with his leadoff walk, still at first. Dan Lyons struck out, so there is 1 down. Lou Ford batting from the right side against the righty, Jim Hoey. Hoey comes set. And the 0-2 is on the way to Ford, and that is ripped base hit left field. Craig Pinnock will go 1 base at a time and stop at second. Aaron Eggleston throws it back in. Lou Ford with his first hit of the evening, a smash single to the left of Corey Smith between short and third. The Ducks have 2 aboard with 1 out, and Josh Barfield coming up. We have the tying and go-ahead runs on the base path.
5 hits in the postseason now for Ford, and that's exactly what he did against Hoey the last time he faced him in that game against Somerset on September the 14th. First pitch, though, that time from Hoey. He pulled a 2-run single in a left field, and here he gets Pinnock to second with 1 away. Ford, a speedy runner, is at first with 1 out. And now Josh Barfield, who drew a walk his last time up and had a home run in Game 3 in Southern Maryland, coming up to the plate here to try and tie this game, if not put the Ducks on top.
Righty-righty matchup. Hoey on the mound. Ford leading off first base. Pinnock off second. There is 1 down, and this one is driven deep left field. It is in the corner. Racing over and looking up is the left fielder Eggleston. As Marcellus Wallace would put it, that ball has lost all of its Central Islip privileges. When you be gone, stay gone. Time to get medieval with a pair of pliers and a blowtorch. The Ducks have taken a 4-2 lead.
And this place is rocking. The Ducks out of the dugout to mob Josh Barfield. First pitch swinging right down the left field line. Shortest part of the ballpark, and he just got it over the wall. And on a night where the Ducks did not have a hit through the first 6 innings, they have scored a run in the 7th, 3 in the 8th, and they now lead it 4-2. Unbelievable.
Talk about turning a game around in the late innings. Ducks lead it by a pair. Bryant Nelson at the plate. Hoey's pitch on the way, and Nelson fouls it straight back above us. No balls and a strike. Nelson walked back in the first inning. He's also struck out and bounced out 0 for 3. Listen to these fans, they're still buzzing. Josh Barfield. And fouled straight back by Nelson. It's 0-2. Barfield still getting the high fives in the dugout.
For Barfield, his second home run of the postseason, first hit of the game now with 5 runs driven in here in the playoffs. And you cannot hit a bigger home run than that.
0-2 pitch to Nelson, just missing outside. Fastball from Hoey. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. So the Ducks have not only taken the lead, but on the 3-run homer, have put up an insurance run. And we would all assume Leo Rosales will be coming in to close it down at the top of the ninth. Meanwhile, the Ducks looking for more. Bryant Nelson swings and misses at a pitch in the dirt. Nelson trying to talk to home plate umpire Marty Bauer. He thought he might have foul tipped it. But nope, it is a strikeout for Bryant Nelson. So he's 0 for 4 tonight. 2 down now, nobody on. Recapping this bottom of the 8th, Greg Binnick with a leadoff walk. Dan Lyons struck out.
Brian Nelson was arguing there, saying that the ball was definitely foul tipped, so the entire umpiring crew is now going to meet here, and they're going to say he is out on strike 3. So Marty Bauer just wanted to check with the rest of the umpires to make sure that his call was correct, and Bauer still says strike 3, so 2 away.
And that was the 9th strikeout for Somerset pitching. So once again, Craig Binnick walking, Dan Lyons striking out, Lou Ford with a single to left. So he had 2 on with 1 out, and Josh Barfield launching a long home run to left field. 3-run shot, making it 4-2 Ducks. And a half swing from Bill Hall on a fastball that was tailing away. No balls and a strike. Hall lined to short his first time up, fly to right on his second at-bat, and his third at-bat, a home run to left field. At that time made it 2-1 Somerset as Hall lifts it in the air, foul out of play right side. And quickly it's 0-2 to Bill Hall. So we have had 3 dingers in this game. Corey Smith from Somerset, and a solo homer back in the second inning. Bill Hall, solo shot in the 7th, and a 3-run shot from Josh Barfield here in the 8th, giving the Ducks a 4-2 lead. 0-2 pitch to Hall is on the way, and he swings, misses, ball gets by catcher Donahue. It's a strikeout, however, inning keeps going. Bill Hall is on at first base.
So that's the 3rd strikeout for Hoey, but on the wild pitch, inning will continue, and that'll give Adam Bailey a chance. And for Barfield, as we mentioned, his 2nd home run of the playoffs, now leads the team in playoff home runs this year. And for the Ducks, their 5th home run of the postseason. Of course, they had 115 during the regular season, meeting the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. Chappie's Funeral Homes will donate $5,000 to the Quacker Jack Foundation. And looking ahead to the 9th inning, it'll be 4, 5, and 6 for the Patriots. Corey Aldridge, Corey Smith, and Jeff Baisley. And as you mentioned, very likely that it'll be Leo Rosales who will try and come on for the save.
So Adam Bailey batting from the left side against the right-hander, Jim Hoey. Bailey is 0 for 3. He struck out twice, and he takes outside for a ball, 1-0.
And it's now back-to-back outings for Jim Hoey against the Ducks, in which he has given up 3 runs.
4-2, the Ducks, who were no-hit through 6 innings tonight, as Bailey takes down low and away. 2 balls and no strikes. Ducks getting their first hit, the home run from Bill Hall in the bottom of the 7th, and have done lots of damage here in the 8th. Josh Barfield with a 3-run homer. 2-0 pitch on the way, and there's a big swing and a miss from Bailey. All-speed pitch from Hoey, and it's 2 balls and a strike to Bailey. Ralph Enriquez is waiting on deck.
Bailey has chased a lot of pitches down in the zone tonight, part of his 2 strikeouts on the evening. And the Ducks using the long ball tonight, the 2 home runs, providing their 4 runs on the evening.
Coming said Hoey, and instead he'll toss over to first. Try to keep Bill Hall as close as possible. In terms of thievery, Bill Hall in the regular season, 2 for 2 in the stolen base department. Not what you consider a real threat to steal, especially not in this situation. Bailey at the plate. And Adam, of course, with home run power, had 15 regular season home runs and drove in 57 with his .254 average. Coming set Hoey, nope. He's going to throw it over to first and it gets away. Skips by Jeff Baisley. Bill Hall is going to get to second base and then hold there as he has to scramble back. He had ideas of trying to advance to third as that ball skipped on by Jeff Baisley, hit the fence down the right field line. Took a while for the Patriots to get there and throw it back. So in scoring position is Bill Hall. Let's see if the Ducks can take advantage here of a wild pitch that allowed Hall to get to first base on a strikeout. And now an error that will probably be charged to the pitcher.
Error on Jim Hoey, and that's big because now if Bailey can get a base hit, Ducks can add another insurance run here and make it 5-2.
what was a fine defensive game. Things have come apart a bit for the Somerset Patriots here in the bottom of the 8th. Bailey, 2-1 count, takes a strike outside corner. So the count now even to 2 balls and 2 strikes. With 2 down, bottom of the 8th, 3 runs in for the Long Island Ducks on the 3-run homer from Josh Barfield. Ducks were trailing 2-1, entering this frame, now lead 4-2. In the bottom of inning number 8. Coming set is Hoey. He takes a look at Bill Hall. Long look, pitch on the way to Bailey, and he slams it down the left field line, but it is slicing foul. Bailey hit it pretty well, went with the fastball, but a little late. So the count now remains at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Bailey trying to stay disciplined at the plate. If Hoey tries to throw it down in the zone, can't chase these pitches down in the dirt. But have to stay at the plate, defensive, stay disciplined, and take pitches out of the zone and try and continue this at bat and continue the inning.
2-2 pitch on the way from Hoey to Bailey, and he golfs it down the left field line. Could be playable. Aaron Eggleston is racing over. Can't catch up to it. It actually landed in foul territory, about a yard or so from the stands before bouncing into the stands. But just wasn't hit high enough for Eggleston. Playing Bailey, shading him around to pull and off the line. Just couldn't make up the distance to get to that foul ball. So Bailey lives to swing again. It's 2-2 with 2 down. And again, Bill Hall is in scoring position, taking his lead off second base. Jim Hoey comes set. And the pitch to Bailey is on the way. It's down low, and the count full at 3-2.
Good take there by Bailey. That was a very close pitch from Hoey, but the Ducks are doing a nice job here taking some pitches. Hoey so far has thrown 29 pitches, 28 of them here in this inning.
Here are the title towels, everyone waving them. Thousands on hand. The payoff pitch to Bailey, a swing, a miss. It got trapped in the dirt, but the tag made by Adam Donahue, and Bailey goes down swinging. So there were actually 4 strikeouts in the inning for Jim Hoey. But with one of the pitches getting by the catcher, that led to an extra base runner. Overall, though, a successful inning, to say the least, for the Long Island Ducks. 3 runs, 2 hits. It was a walk and 1 man left. The Ducks have turned this baby around at the end of 8. At Bethpage Ballpark, the score now in Game 1 of the Atlantic League Championship Series, the Ducks 4, Somerset 2.
Hi, this is catcher Ralph Enriquez, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Want to know what happy tastes like? Well, treat your taste buds to Carvel's new Iceberg and Carvelate beverages. A Carvel Iceberg starts with your favorite soda, like Coke, Fanta Orange, and Barks Root Beer. Blend in ice and vanilla flavoring. It's then topped off with Carvel's famous soft serve ice cream. And try a new Carvelate, a dynamite mixture of coffee and hazelnut or Irish cream flavor, blended with ice and topped off with whipped cream and crunchies. New Carvelates and Iceberg drinks. That's what happy tastes like. Only at Carvel. Visit Carvel.com for the location nearest you.
Now that Metrex is the official nutrition bar of the Long Island Ducks, they're fueling their powerful lineup with delicious high-quality protein to support lean muscle and strength. So that in 2013, the Long Island Ducks can have their best season ever. Uh-oh. Metrex, shaping every body.
We go to the 9th inning at Bethpage Ballpark. What a game this has been. Patriots took a 1-0 lead in the second on a Corey Smith solo homer to left. They extended it to 2-0 in the fourth on a 2-out RBI single to center by Jeff Baisley. John Brownell, Josh Lowy were locked in a pitcher's duel until the 7th, when the no-hitter by Lowy was broken up on a solo homer by Bill Hall. And then in the 8th inning with 1 out, Josh Barfield uncorks a 3-run home run down the left field line. Ducks lead it 4-2, and now Leo Rosales on for the save to try and give the Ducks a 1-0 lead here in the Atlantic League Championship Series.
He'll be facing numbers 4, 5, and 6 in the Somerset batting order. Corey Oldrich, Corey Smith, Jeff Baisley. Oldrich, left-handed swinging designated hitter, has struck out twice and flied out. First pitch from Rosales, right down Carlton Avenue for a strike, 0-1. Rosales working quickly, looks in. Ralph Enriquez giving the sign. Pitching from the stretch, as most relievers do, although nobody's on. 0-1 pitch just inside. Off-speed pitch, 1 ball, 1 strike to Aldrich. So with a 2-run cushion, Rosales can really go after the Patriots here. For that 3-run homer, how big was it from Josh Barfield in the bottom of the 8th? Top of the 9th, Ducks trying to close it down. 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Good off-speed pitch from Rosales, 1-2.
Well, Rosales earned the save in Game 3 of the first round. He gave up a couple of hits. Brian Borden with a single, Alvin Colina with a single, but he struck out Jeremy Owens and got Renny Osuna to the line of center to end the game and end the series.
18 regular season saves for Rosales. The 1-2 pitch on the way, bounding foul, right side off the fence that guards the Ducks dugout. So the count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. The Patriots have out-hit the Ducks 6-4, but that doesn't mean as much as the column immediately to the left of that. Ducks lead 4-2. Game 1, 2013 Atlantic League Championship Series. Coming set, Rosales. 1-2 on the way to Aldrich is up high, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Aldrich has struck out twice, fly to left. He's chased a couple pitches on those strikeouts, and we'll see if Rosales maybe tries to go to the breaking ball down and away here to try and get Aldrich to swing and miss.
Coming set, Rosales. 2-2 pitch on the way, overhand breaking ball, fouled out of play left side. So the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. The last thing Rosales wants to do is walk the leadoff man, especially considering Corey Smith, who hit a home run earlier in this game, looms on deck. Aldrich in the batter's box from the left side. Slightly open stance. Rosales comes set. 2-2 pitch on the way. Is hit a long way to right field. Adam Bailey looking up. It's over his head. It's over everything. It clears both fences, and it is a 1-run game. Solo shot. Corey Aldrich. It's 4-3 Ducks. Wow.
He is the guy in that Patriots lineup with tremendous power, and Rosales there with 2 strikes hung a pitch right over the middle of the plate. Aldrich is not going to miss a pitch like that. And I was surprised with the big swing and a miss that he got on Aldrich down and away earlier in the at-bat that he wouldn't try and stay down and away, but a hanger that certainly missed his spot, and not a good start for the Ducks here in the top of the 9th inning.
We mentioned Corey Smith with a solo shot down the left field line that just snuck out of Bethpage Ballpark way back in the 2nd inning to give Somerset, at that time, a 1-0 lead. And a big home run, swing and a miss from Corey Smith. It's 0-1. Outside of that solo shot, Smith is also fouled out and lined out. John Brownell was able to retire him twice in 3 at-bats. Rosales, another swing and a miss. Good pitch from Rosales, a slider diving away from Smith. It's 0-2.
Got to keep it down and away here to Smith. That's what Rosales has done the first 2 pitches. He swung through both. Keep it down and away, especially with 2 strikes and no balls on it.
Duck fans making noise and waving the title towels. 0-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss! Corey Smith goes down swinging. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, and get out of here. It's 1 out, top of the 9th.
Big first out with big Corey Smith at the plate. Now you've got another hitter who has had a nice game in Jeff Baisley. A single that scored a run in the 4th and a triple to right center in the 7th. And another big hitter here in this righty-righty matchup between Rosales and Baisley.
And Baisley, with 10 home runs in the regular season, he's got home run power. And first pitch diving out of the strike zone. 1 ball and no strikes to Baisley. As Michael mentioned, 2 for 3 here tonight. Jorge Cortez is waiting on deck. Righty-righty matchup. Baisley stands up on the plate, and the next pitch is high and tight. It's 2-0 to Jeff Baisley. Rosales does not want to put the tying run aboard. So big pitch upcoming here at 2-0. 1 out, 1 run in. Ducks lead 4-3, top of the 9th. Next pitch on the way is up and away. 3-0 to Jeff Baisley. If anyone has a pacemaker who's listening or here in the crowd, just make sure it's still working.
Got to challenge Baisley here, down 3-0 in the count.
Next pitch on the way. There's a strike. Cutting the plate in half. So 3 balls and a strike. Baisley was taking all the way. Somerset not making it easy on the Ducks. What a first game this has been of the Championship Series best of 5. 3-1 pitch on the way. Foul. Out of play left side. Make that right side. Doesn't matter. It was still a foul. And the count is full at 3-2.
Baisley struck out 3 times in the first round of the postseason. Have to keep challenging him here. Even if it means throwing one close to the plate, Cannot afford to walk him here with Cortez waiting on deck.
Coming set, Leo Rosales. Payoff pitch is on the way, and that is foul just above us. Good swing from Baisley, who just missed on it, fouling it straight back and over the netting. And the count remains full at 3-2. So what a battle here. Leo Rosales refusing to walk Jeff Baisley, and Baisley is swinging at anything near the plate. Rosales, pressure is on him to get something over or something good. And just low. Close, had the plate, but downstairs, Jeff Baisley is aboard. Tying run is at first base.
That's a good plate appearance there by Baisley. He had to lay off a very close pitch, and now the Patriots going to send a pinch runner out, try and get some more speed over there at first, and it's going to be Bobby Stevens who will take over for Baisley. And again, he represents the tying run.
Pitch running at first base, number 10, Bobby Stevens, number 10.
So, Somerset's version of P.J. Phillips, Bobby Stevens into the game and pinch running. Stevens with plenty of speed, 17 steals in the regular season, caught stealing 6 times. He can run. Jorge Cortez at the plate, batting from the left side against the righty closer of the Long Island Ducks, Leo Rosales. Cortez, not the speediest of Patriots. He can be doubled up. Rosales' first pitch on the way and just off the plate. 1 ball and no strikes. So again, Corey Aldrich led off with a long home run to right over both fences, narrowing a 4-2 Ducks lead to 4-3. Corey Smith struck out. A walk to Jeff Baisley. Pinch runner Bobby Stevens at first. Cortez at the plate. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Pitch from Rosales. Swing and a miss. And there was a home run type swing from Cortez, who was trying to give Somerset the lead on that swing, but swung through it. It's 1-1.
Salas using the fastball a lot here in this 9th inning, especially after the home run on the curveball. Got to challenge these Patriots hitters. But again, Cortez is a good swinger. Got to keep it away from the middle of the plate against him.
Cortez with 4 regular season home runs, 0 for 3 tonight. He did fly out deep to center in one of those 3 at-bats, as Rosales with a soft toss to first base to keep Bobby Stevens close. Stevens had to dive back. So it's 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Top of the 9th. Game 1, Atlantic League Championship Series. 1 run in. Ducks still lead 4-3. No room for error here for the Ducks. 1-1 pitch to Cortez, just off the plate. 2 balls and a strike to Jorge.
This Patriots team just being so patient at the plate right now, not chasing out of the zone against Rosales. Leo's going to have to challenge these hitters, trust his defense behind him to try and make some of these plays.
Somerset showing all of us why they won 90 games in all this season, plus the 3 in the playoffs. 2-1 pitch on the way. It floats outside. It's 3 balls and 1 strike to Jorge Cortez. A walk would push Bobby Stevens, the tying run, into scoring position, and the go-ahead run on base behind him. Not what Leo wants to do. Rosales being very deliberate on the mound. Stevens being held on at first base by Ryan Strebe. Rosales was going into the set position and then did a snap throw over to first base, and Stevens had to dive back. So it's 3 balls and a strike to Jorge Cortez, who can be very selective at the plate here. Stands straight up and down from the left side against the righty Rosales. 3-1 pitch on the way. Foul ball. Little squibber left side. So we're full at 3-2. Michael Pollock, what do you think Brett Jody's going to do? Will he put Bobby Stevens in motion here with the count full?
I don't think he will. And I think he knows Leo's going to have to come with a fastball here. And if I'm Rosales, you've got to pour in a fastball here, try and blow it by Cortez. Cannot try and nitpick. You have to challenge him at this point. You're having a tough time throwing strikes. Got to challenge him with a good fastball.
Stevens with a pretty good lead at first base, so almost all the way to the cutout. Coming set, Rosales. Payoff to Cortez. Strike 3, call, strike 3. Cortez, very upset, barking at home plate umpire Marty Bauer. It was a high strike, but Marty Bauer has been calling that as a strike all night long. A big strikeout for Leo Rosales. 2 down here in the top of the 9th.
That is a huge strikeout, and I am surprised that ball was called. I'm surprised Leo went with the breaking ball there a little bit up high. And Brett Jody, very adamant, angry at Marty Bauer. That is a huge pitch. If that's a walk, the tying run is at second base. The go-ahead run is on. But a huge call there in the Ducks' favor. Second strikeout for Rosales, and now they're 1 out away with Angel Sanchez coming to hit.
Sanchez with only 1 regular season home run and a .228 average. It's up to Angel here to extend the game. He is 1 for 3 tonight. Bobby Stevens takes his lead off first base. 2 down, Ducks up by 1. First pitch down low, 1 ball and no strikes to Angel Sanchez, who singled in the 3rd inning, but was thrown out attempting to steal. He hit a bounce back to John Brownell, made a great play on him in the 5th, and again in the 7th on a line drive back to the box as he fouls it straight back to the netting. Lunging after a pitch that was probably going outside was Sanchez, and the count now even at 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 down, top of the 9th. The Ducks have a 1-run lead in Game 1 of the Atlantic League Championship Series. Ducks and Patriots, what a game this has been. Coming set, Rosales trying to close this thing down. 1-1 pitch on the way, and this one is in the air. This will do it. Second baseman Josh Barfield makes the catch. The Ducks are a third of the way to back-to-back, beak-to-beak, quack-to-quack championships. Game 1, Ducks 4-3. Ducks win. Ducks win. Ducks win. This one was a beauty, and the Ducks hold on and beat the Patriots by a run.
Well, it got a little bit hairy there towards the end, but what a job by Leo Rosales to get out of trouble there. In a tense situation, he was able to get a big pop out there to end the game. And the Ducks, thanks to the Josh Barfield 3-run home run, have won it here tonight. Chris King is here with us. He is down on the field with the hero of tonight's game, Josh Barfield.
Hi, Michael. I'm standing here with one of the many heroes for the Long Island Ducks tonight, Josh Barfield. Josh, tell me about this win in Game 1 for you guys.
It's big, Game 1 at home. We had to win this game. Brownie pitched great, and we were able to, put together some big home runs there.
We'll talk about the first one. I mean, you don't have a hit for 6 innings, and then Bill Hall goes yard. What did that do for the rest of you guys?
We felt good. Even the first 6 innings, we didn't have any hits, but we felt like we were having good swings on that pitcher, and it was a matter of time. And Bill, he crushed that ball, and it kind of got us going.
What about your home run in the bottom of the 8th, obviously, to turn the score around?
I was just looking for a pitch to drive, trying to tie the game, and he left one up, and I was able to get it out.
Did you know it was out when you hit it?
Yeah.
You mentioned Brownell again, an incredible outing. He goes 8 innings tonight. Talk about John's performance.
He pitched great. He's been great for us all year, and especially the playoffs. He's gone deep into games, and he's just battled. He's done a great job.
Well, Leo always makes it interesting in the 9th, and he did it tonight, but he got it done.
Yeah, he's rock solid for us, man. He's been solid for us all year, and he came in and did his thing tonight.
What was the feeling like when that pop-up was coming to you, where you knew you'd make the grab to end this thing finally?
I felt good. We still got a long series to go, but getting that first game is big.
Well, tell me about tomorrow night. Sean Garceau, he's been great for you. He'll be on the hill to try to take both here at home.
Yeah, we like our starters a lot. They've kept us in a lot of games, and if we can go up there and put up some runs for them tomorrow, I feel like we'll have a good chance.
Well, Josh, thanks for the time. Congratulations on a big Game 1 win.
Hey, thank you.
Guys?
Chris King, thank you so much. Great job on the field. Josh Barfield, good point. He hits it out, supplies the runs necessary to turn a 2-1 deficit into a 4-2 lead. And then with the Ducks giving up a leadoff homer in the 9th, Barfield makes the catch to end it, preserving the 4-3 win. A gutsy pitching performance by John Brownell and by Leo Rosales. A gritty win for the Long Island Ducks. We'll take this break, and we've got a very happy, nearly hysterical recap coming up here from Bethpage Ballpark. The final score again, Game 1, Championship Series, Ducks 4, Somerset 3.
Hi, this is reliever Leo Rosales, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Hey, Duck fans, you want all the latest inside info on your defending Atlantic League champion Long Island Ducks? Then follow Ducks President and General Manager Michael Pfaff on Twitter at twitter.com/LIDucksGM. You'll find out first right here about player transactions, special stories, and so much more. You'll also be able to interact with Michael directly and get his take on all things Ducks baseball. Head to twitter.com/LIDucksGM today and make sure to follow along throughout the entire 2013 season. It's game time.
Hey Ducks fans, your recreation destination this year is The Rinks at Hidden Pond Park. The Rinks features 2 full-size ice rinks, a 97-acre summer day camp, a New York State licensed preschool academy, and a wide variety of birthday party options. Learn to skate, join one of many hockey leagues, swim in an Olympic-sized pool, and enjoy all the fun that The Rinks has to offer. Visit us today at 660 Terry Road in Hauppauge or check us out online at therinks.com. The Rinks, your recreation destination.
Back at a very happy Bethpage Ballpark, Ducks hang on and win, coming from behind to defeat the Somerset Patriots in Game 1 of the 2013 Atlantic League Championship Series in a game for the ages. And this is only Game 1. You can only imagine what's going to happen from here. Ducks 4, Somerset 3. I'm joined here in the booth by Chris King, who did just a great job with the post-game interview with our star of the game, of course, Josh Barfield, one of the many stars of this game for the Long Island Ducks. Michael Pollock, Media Relations Director, doing his work in the locker room, and I can imagine that's a very happy locker room right now. Chris, what a game.
David, it was. And again, I was lucky enough to sit real close tonight. I was about 3 rows off the field, and just the tension that you could feel all night long on both sides, it really was amazing. But one of the more dramatic playoff victories in franchise history. I think back to Bryant Nelson's big home run that turned around Game 5 in the opening round a year ago against Southern Maryland. This might be the second biggest home run in franchise history for the Ducks that Barfield hit, that 3-run shot in the bottom of the 8th, and probably the biggest championship series home run in franchise history for the Ducks.
Boy, think about just how handcuffed the Ducks were against Josh Lowy. No hit for 6 innings. Lowy not showing many dents in the armor outside of losing some control in the 6th inning. But overall, the Ducks didn't have very many good swings until that Bill Hall home run. We were looking for something to kickstart the Ducks, and that was it.
And isn't it incredible, right? Josh Lowy's final pitch that he throws is the first hit he allows. He loses the no-hitter. He loses the shutout. He's done. But you know what? As Barfield told us, it really got the guys going. They had some, decent swings before that, but as you said, there were points where Lowy was locked in, David. I had him retiring 13 in a row from the end of the first all the way through until that 6th inning when he gave up a couple of walks. So I think it was clear he was tiring with the 2 walks in the 6th. The Ducks threatened. Then the leadoff man, Bill Hall, hits the homer in the 7th. Brett Jody did not hesitate to get him out of there immediately upon giving up the home run. And again, the Ducks could have been disappointed when they weren't able to tie the game in that inning after, obviously, P.J. Phillips trying to steal third with 2 outs gets thrown out to end it, and they're still down after that frame. But boy, did they come out and have a great 8th inning against Jim Hoey, who again was really all over the map. If you look at his game, he ended up with 6 strikeouts, but he gives up the home run, a couple of walks, a wild pitch, an error. Really was all over the map. But the Ducks getting that lead, David, in the 8th was huge, knowing they wouldn't have to do it against John Hunton, the best closer in the league, come the 9th.
As sharp as Somerset has been all season long, and especially in this game through 6 innings, and things started to come apart for Somerset, and the Ducks got cooking in the 7th. The 8th inning was very un-Patriots-like.
Yes.
You had a wild pitch. You had an error. You had 4 strikeouts actually in the inning for Hoey, but again, the 3-run shot, the Ducks taking advantage of the situation and getting the big hit from Barfield. So Josh Barfield, no doubt, the Nicolak player of the game. Nicolak retaining walls and paving stones, a company synonymous with quality and service in the manufactured concrete industry for almost 50 years. But in giving that award to Josh Barfield, a big honorable mention to John Brownell. I mean, how tough was John, again, without really his best stuff tonight, grinding, gritty, just getting through the game.
Incredible, and giving the Ducks a chance to win. Without that effort against the best hitting team in the league, again, they lead the league in average during the regular season and hitting the Patriots do. They score more runs than any other team in the Atlantic League during the regular season. So you got to give tons of credit to John Brownell, and as I discussed with Josh Barfield, Leo always makes it interesting, doesn't he, David?
Very
rarely.
He pulled a John Wetland.
Yeah, a John Wetland, right? Very rarely will you have the 1-2-3 ninth, and boy, when he gives up the home run everybody's heart is in their throat saying, oh my goodness, then he puts the tying run on, but he always seems to find a way out of it, and that's what he did, getting that big called third strike on Jorge Cortez that obviously had Brett Jody upset, and then getting Angel Sanchez to pop out to Barfield, and fittingly that it does end in Barfield's glove, as obviously he was our Nicolak player of the game. But what a tremendous, huge victory for the Ducks, now just 2 wins away from another Atlantic League championship.
And we said it with John Brownell's performance 1 week ago tonight, that he did more than just go with a complete game victory and beat Southern Maryland. He set the tone for the series, and that launched the Ducks to a 3-game sweep. We don't expect it's going to be a sweep by anybody. Coming into the game tonight, we said this one has the potential, and it's likely this one will go the distance all the way to Bridgewater, New Jersey for 4, maybe 5 games. In any case, you need the first one on a best of 5. It's so very important, more important than it would be in a best of 7. You don't have time to make it up, and 1 game to none. The Ducks win. Tomorrow night becomes even more important, of course, but you need that first one.
Absolutely, David. And again, to get it in the fashion they did, come from behind fashion, trailing the whole night before they get the 1 run in the 7th and then 3 more in the 8th. I think it'll do wonders going into tomorrow night with Sean Garceau on the hill, whose best game all season was a complete game, 2-hit shutout of the Somerset Patriots. They'll feel very confident that they can win tomorrow night and then go to New Jersey needing just 1 win in 3 games to claim their 3rd Atlantic League title and their 2nd in as many years.
You know, Somerset won a total of 90 games this season, and you would think that maybe somewhere, some fans, maybe a few Patriots players themselves, are looking at the Ducks saying, these guys finished 14 games below 500 this year. It's a Butch and Sundance line. Who are these guys?
But you know what it reminds me of? A year ago, the Ducks were 20 games under 500 in the second half, faced the Lancaster team that set a league record in wins, a Lancaster team that swept through the opening round, a team that expected to walk through the Ducks, and guess what happened? It went 5 games, and Long Island won it. So Kevin Baez told me before today's game, David, he told his guys throughout that second half, just get in, and anything can happen, and look what's happened. 4 playoff games, 4 playoff wins for Long Island. Amazing.
The odometer goes back to 0, and anything can happen. We'll take another break. When we return, Chris King will recap tonight's game here at Bethpage Ballpark. Once again, the Ducks defeating Somerset in Game 1, 4-3.
Hi, this is manager Kevin Baez, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Hey, Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Clarion Hotel and Conference Center in Ronkonkoma. Uncover the perfect balance of memorable, award-winning service and the most central location Long Island has to offer. The Clarion Hotel and Conference Center is located less than a quarter mile from the Islip MacArthur Airport with a state-of-the-art health and fitness center, high-speed internet access, a world-class outdoor pool, and the great food and fun inside the Brickyard Bar and Grill. There's never been a better time to visit the Clarion Hotel and Conference Center. Best of all, it's only minutes away from Bethpage Ballpark. The Clarion Hotel and Conference Center, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 585-9500 today. That's 631-585-9500. North Shore LIJ, Southside Hospital in Bayshore, is the healthcare heart of our community. We provide outstanding health care right here at home with centers of excellence in cardiology, orthopedics, neurosciences, women's health services, and much more. Experience counts, and North Shore LIJ Southside Hospital has been around for nearly a century of care. For more information, please call 631-968-3000 or visit us on the web at www.nslij.com. Back at Bethpage Ballpark, David Weiss alongside Chris King. A dandy tonight. It was a game to remember among the many the Long Island Ducks have played dating back to April 28, 2000, when the Ducks were hatched right here at what was, EAB Park, I believe it was called at the time. Now Bethpage Ballpark, of course, for Bethpage Federal Credit Union. And the Ducks hanging on for a 4-3 win, facing the Somerset Patriots for the very first time in the championship series. The two most successful longtime franchises in the Atlantic League finally facing each other, and the Ducks come away with a 1-run win as we take a look at how it happened.
Yeah, pretty good pitching matchup through this one, David. A pair of right-handers, John Brownell starting for Long Island against Josh Lowy for the Somerset Patriots. Again, scoreless after 1 inning, and the Patriots would jump on top first on a 1-out solo homer down the left field line by Corey Smith, and it was 1-0 Somerset in the middle of the second inning. Well, Josh Lowy would be terrific for Somerset, and he would continue to hold the Ducks at bay through innings 2 and 3. So went to the fourth with the Patriots leading it 1-0, and Somerset would add a run in that visitors' fourth inning. Yuneski Sanchez begin it with a single to right. Corey Aldridge would strike out as Yuneski Sanchez stole second base. Corey Smith would foul out to first, but Jeff Baisley would come up with a big 2-out single to center, putting Yuneski Sanchez home, and it was 2-0 Patriots in the middle of the fourth inning. Again, nothing but zeros for the Ducks through innings 4, 5, and 6, and in fact, through 6 innings, Somerset had a 2-0 lead, and Josh Lowy had a no-hitter going for the Patriots. The Ducks finally got some base runners against him in that 6th inning on a leadoff walk and a 2-out walk, but they couldn't get on the board, so it went to the 7th inning with the Patriots leading 2-0 and the Ducks still being no hit in the contest. But John Brownell would get through the 7th inning, pitching around a 1-out triple to Jeff Baisley, and the Ducks would finally get to Lowy in that home 7th. In fact, the leadoff man, Bill Hall, would hit a solo homer to left for the first hit of the game for the Long Island Ducks, ending the no-hit bid for Lowy, and that would be the final pitch that Lowy threw in this game, so he loses the no-hitter and the shutout on Bill Hall's solo homer to left that made it a 2-1 game. Lowy finished at 6 innings, allowing just the 1 hit, 1 run it was earned, 3 walks and 5 strikeouts, and Joe Torres, the lefty, would come in to replace him. Adam Bailey would strike out swinging for out number 1, but Ramon Castro would single up the middle, and Kevin Baez would pinch run with P.J. Phillips. With Ryan Streety at the plate, Phillips would steal second base, but Streety would strike out for the second out, and that would bring up Craig Binnick. But once again, Brett Jody would go to his bullpen to bring in the right-hander Jim Hoey, and somehow P.J. Phillips decided to try to steal third base when he was the tying run at second. In the bottom of the 7th of a 2-1 game, he was thrown out to end the inning, and the Ducks trailed it 2-1 after 7 full innings. John Brownell would get through the 8th. That would be his final inning. In fact, he threw a 1-2-3 8th, getting a pair of strikeouts, and the Ducks starter finished at 8 innings tonight, 6 hits, 2 runs, both earned, a walk and 6 strikeouts. So it would head to the home 8th with Somerset still leading it 2-1, and Jim Hoey, the right-hander, still in there for the Patriots. Craig Binnick would lead off the frame with a walk. Dan Lyons would try to get a bunt down twice, couldn't do it, and eventually struck out swinging for out number 1. But Lou Ford would pick up his first hit of the game, a single through the left side that put Binnick at second, Ford at first with 1 away, and brought up Josh Barfield, who hit a dramatic 3-run homer down the left field line to give Long Island their first lead of the game at 4-2. Hoey would settle down, strike out Bryant Nelson swinging, strike out Bill Hall on a wild pitch that allowed Hall to reach and kept the inning alive, and then throwing wildly to first, Hall went to second base, but he struck out Adam Bailey to end it, and it went 4-2 in favor of the Ducks to the 9th inning, when of course they brought in their closer, Leo Rosales, to try to end it. With a 2-run lead, he gives up a solo homer to right to Corey Aldridge to make it a 1-run game, but strikes out Corey Smith swinging for out number 1. He would walk Jeff Baisley to put the tying run on for Somerset in the 9th inning, and they would pinch run with Bobby Stevens. He struck out Jorge Cortez looking on a called third strike that Brett Jody thought was high. He came out, argued with home plate umpire Marty Barrow, but it was not to be, and then the last man, Angel Sanchez, would pop out to the second baseman, Josh Barfield, squeeze the ball in his glove, and the Ducks had themselves a dramatic 4-3 victory in Game 1 of this Atlantic League Championship Series tonight. Final numbers for Long Island: 4 runs, 4 hits, no errors. They leave 4 men on. For the Patriots, 3 runs, 7 hits, 1 error. They strand 5. The winner is John Brownell. He goes to 2-0 in the playoffs. The loser, Jim Hoey, he drops to 0-1, and Leo Rosales picked up his second save of the postseason. The game played in 2 hours and 57 minutes before a crowd of 3,603. And David, you can't get much more dramatic than that, with a single run in the 7th, 3 in the 8th to win it, and then Leo Rosales giving up the home run to make it a 1-run game with nobody out, giving up the 1-out walk to put the tying run aboard, but getting the big strikeout and the pop-out to end it, and giving Long Island, again, a 1-0 games lead in this best-of-5 championship series.
When Barfield hit that home run, we were actually talking on the air, Michael Pollack and myself, and we said, you know something? That 3-run homer is the key, because not only have the Ducks taken the lead, they have an insurance run, and they needed that insurance run, of course, with Leo Rosales giving up the solo shot home run. But by the slimmest of margins, the Long Island Ducks hang on and win it 4-3. makes you wonder what the Ducks and Patriots can do for an encore.
Well, unbelievable pitching matchup tomorrow night. Ready? Sean Garceau goes for Long Island. In the regular season, he only pitched 3 games for the Ducks, but was 2-1 with a 1.17 ERA. How about lefty Roy Merritt, though, for Somerset? 4-2 this year. 1.95 was his earned run average. Garceau, as we mentioned, David, was terrific in his only game against Somerset this year. A complete game, 2-hit shutout win with a walk and 8 strikeouts. And Garceau also started Game 2 against Southern Maryland. Did not get the win in that 10-inning victory, but pitched well in that. Merritt was the Game 3 winner against Sugar Land for Somerset with 7 1/3 of 7 hit, 1 earned run ball, a walk and 2 strikeouts. So on paper, it looks a lot like tonight's game, David. A pitcher's duel for Game 2. Somerset trying to get the split. The Ducks trying to go to New Jersey up 2-0.
So again, Long Island 4-0 in the postseason so far this season. Somerset drops to 3-1, but most importantly, it's 1-0 in this best of 5 here in the Atlantic League Championship Series. Do me one favor, Chris King. You are doing the play-by-play with Michael Pollack tomorrow
Yes.
night. If Sean Garceau goes the distance and the Ducks win, you have to do this.
Okay.
Garceau, 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 and there's one more hill to climb, baby, and it's Mount Somerset.
A little Howie Rose, Matto.
You got to go Garceau. That's it. That's all. That's
Well,
all you
David,
gotta do.
we hope you're going to make it to Somerset somehow. I'm not counting that out just yet, but if this is our final broadcast of the season, it's been a great season again, another championship series for the Ducks, and you and I again there since the beginning. Great to finish this game up with you in dramatic fashion. The Ducks did it on the field. What a night it was for the faithful flock tonight.
Working with you and Michael Pollack has been just a pleasure, a joy this season. You know how I feel about you and the Ducks, and my love goes out to everyone associated with this organization. And if this is the final time I'm broadcasting this season, I also wish the very best to my good friend Ray Navarrete for a fantastic Duck career, and he'll certainly be in the area. We'll see a lot more of Ray off the field, but just a fantastic career and one of the best guys the Ducks obviously have ever had. But Chris, thank you so much, buddy.
David, always great to be with you.
You got it. So once again, the final score from Bethpage Ballpark for the final time here in CI, the Long Island Ducks 4, Somerset Patriots 3 in Game 1 of the 2013 Atlantic League Championship Series. We invite you to join us for our next Ducks broadcast, which will be tomorrow night when the Ducks host these same Somerset Patriots in Game 2 of the Championship Series. Pre-game show starts at 6:20. First pitch scheduled for 6:35 right here on Long Island's home for Ducks baseball, LIDucks.com, and of course the YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball. For Michael, unassisted put-out Pollack, and Chris K. Corner King, I'm David Waddle-Off Weiss. Have a great night, everyone. Ducks win! Ducks win!